Alright. So let's get into it. What could be the final day of Rue Valley? We were driven on Monday.
I'll break you open if I have to.
We knew what we were doing. We accomplished some stuff. So I think the main thing right now, God, we shot a guy. We got shot. Just walk. Let's leave the car parked at the motel and just walk. North, south, it doesn't matter. Just spend the loop on foot. Besides, you read somewhere it's an instant mood booster. I already... Okay. Okay. Sure. It hasn't actually let me do this the entirety of the game. Let's walk toward the gas station. The sun still burns as bright as if it was in its zenith, its heat absorbed by the asphalt. Let's walk. I don't know. Walking through the desert seems like a bad idea to me. But what do I know? Alright. You know how this walking thing works. Or at the very least you knew. One foot in front of the others, muscles tight, then again, and again. I'm doing this only to prove it's shit and that staying in bed is a far better option. You never know. Maybe something profound and life-changing will happen on this walk through the desert. So, I mean, I guess I would have assumed that we'd have done this already with all of the loops we've experienced. That at one point we would have just walked this distance, but maybe not. Your muscles are already burning with the effort. Seems that lethargy kills more than just the mind. Wipe the sweat from your brow and trudge forward, just so I don't have to censor myself. At least the sun is starting to set, so you'll be spared the warmth of its life-giving rays. "11 minutes in. Silence of dusk is pierced by the ringing of your phone. Percy, right on the money. Just walk. Can't. Walking. There's no way you can multitask now. Just setting one foot in front of another requires every crumb of effort that remains. Especially since there's less and less light and more clouds, you'll have to shamble along in darkness. "20 minutes in. The first drops of rain remind you that a storm is coming to deliver its downpour of rain." That was awkwardly written. "Even the heavens need to piss on me." Whoa, okay. Status gained. Soaked. "31, 32. Now, if this is... I wonder if, like... If we learn nothing, do we just have to walk north tomorrow? You know, we know where that lightning strikes. What if we just stood there and got eviscerated by it? Lightning splits the night sky apart, and a heartbeat later the thunder roars. Just keep walking. 9 more minutes to endure this drudgery. You know, I'm surprised that we didn't get passed by Riley on her motorcycle, who we know has to take this road to the gas station. And I guess in 47 minutes we can't even make it to the gas station. Far to the north, roaring foreshadows the explosion of colors that will tint the sky. The end is nigh. That's good walking. The walking was hard work, admittedly, but it wasn't utter shit. I did it. That's what matters. Trying is half the battle, and the result was far from your worst loop. That's true. Okay. Should we go? We'll go north this time.
Still with me, Mr. Hollow?
Wait, they're still sticking with the Mr. Hollow thing. Sorry, 1 second. I just need to check something. My Stream Deck disconnected from my YouTube. Sorry, I'm just gonna reconnect it quick. Good? You good now? I think we're good now. Good enough. Okay. New loop, new opportunity. Are you ready to live? Oh. Do we... I thought we got rid of our Void of Resignation. Did we not? Summon the will to live this loop. One loop at a time. Every time you find yourself back in Dr. Fink's office, you get to make a decision. Either collect all your strength and give yourself some reason to live through the next 47 minutes, or take the pill again. Drugs are bad. Take a walk through the cemetery. Okay, well, we know we can't walk there, so... Oops. So is this the way normal people live? Not by relying on the loudest thunderclap to get you going? Not by warming yourself using a matchstick until it burns out moments later and leaves you in the cold? Not by waiting for an emotion spark to inspire you and just riding it out for a while? It was all I had for so long. And it worked long past its time. That's over now. It has come down to your own willpower, to push the boulder up the hill. 1 more minute, 1 more hour, 1 more day, reusing the same tired resolve again and again and again. Sure, it's not as exciting, it's not as sexy, it's not as beautiful, terrifying. It's not the beautiful, terrifying roller coaster through the sky-high mania and the darkest pits of despair that you're so used to. This is quieter, duller, but it's the only renewable fuel for the journey through the confines you're trapped in. And now what? Simple. Now you just keep pushing, up the hill, forever.
Mr. Harrow, can you hear me?
Yes, sorry, but I have to go now.
Mr. Harrow, please.
It's Mr. Hollow. Get it right.
Spit it out already.
Okay, so now it's saying walk through the cemetery. I guess we don't have to walk north for now. That's fine.
Come on, you thief.
Oh, I'm stuck. Hold on real quick. What's, Sounds like a wild idea. Spend this loop walking through the graveyard, but why not? Okay. Anything else? Should be it. That thing is getting expansive.
I'll break you open if I have to.
I wonder how this is gonna work. That's more like it. Okay, we're here. Amid the silent rows of stones, your feet wander at the whim of the winding paths. Gravel whispers beneath your shoes, a fragile rhythm in the vast, muted expanse of marble, granite, and memories. Why am I even here? Who just wanders a graveyard? Perhaps walking here isn't about remembering or forgetting. Maybe it's just to feel small for a while. Silence the phone. Should not take 3 minutes to silence the phone. Apathy is death. Worse even, for even a rotting corpse serves the soil and has the worms for an entourage. Death is an end, apathy is a void. The rain drapes the scene in silvered stillness, making every stone gleam, every shadow tremble, and every step feel like a careful echo. For a moment, it feels like something out of a romantic poem, soft and reflective, but a jagged flash across the sky hints that a turn toward Victorian horror isn't far off. A stone angel tilts its head as if watching, poised to say something, though you figure it's too polite to interrupt your stroll. 20 minutes remain. Timmy, congratulations on your 35 stream streak. We should call that something else, because that's hard to say. And Kate, congratulations to you on your 35 stream streak. Who's going to be the first to break? The rain thickens, the cemetery darkens, but still you walk. You're not moving toward anything. Not closure, not insight, not even shelter. Just forward. And that unbroken line is starting to feel tolerable. Timmy, I'd assume. That's fair. What up, Jimmy? How have you been, my friend? Lightning cleaves the sky clean, and limping thunder follows, sending shivers through the gravestones. Ben, I've been good. I've been good. Thank you for asking. And there you go. That was our cemetery loop. You know, just the exercise he's getting these last couple loops have got to help. Maybe that's the point. I don't know. In an instant, the misty night sky cracks like an eggshell, the blinding yoke of light flooding through. However, a different sensation starts hatching within you. Your leash may be short, but at the very last, you still get to pick the tree to tie it to. Or at the very least. That's supposed to be least. It says very last. Take a walk through the cemetery is done. What is this game about? Been noticing you play in this a bunch. This is so it's Rue Valley. It's heavily inspired by a game called Disco
Still with
Elysium.
me, Mr.
I
Hollow?
don't know if you know Disco Elysium. Disco Elysium is a very important game in my life. So this is telling the story of the guy here in the gray sweatshirt who is reliving a 47-minute time loop. And basically it's trying to piece everything together to try to figure out how to break the loop and figure out what's going on. And it's been really good so far. I've enjoyed it quite a bit. New loop, new opportunity. Are you ready to live? Summon the will to live this loop. I don't even have the option to take the pill anymore. But it's been really well told. It's been a really interesting experience. Every time you find yourself back in Dr. Fink's office, okay, so hold the commit. So we're gonna just keep getting this one daily, it looks like.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sorry, but I have to go now.
Mr. Harrow, please.
Pleasure drive
Give me my
south.
coffee, you jerk.
Interesting. Let's go for a pleasure drive south where there's no roadblock to stop your trip. Just you and the road beneath your wheels, stretching on forever. Start early so the journey has time to breathe and time to last.
Spit it out already.
Pleasure drive south. Let's go for a drive. Yeah, Disco Elysium was the game that I played a number of years ago and met some people on the development team, formed some friendships with them, and it's they have since left and now have formed a separate team that I work for now. So in many ways, Disco Elysium was a life-changing game for me. The car glides down a familiar road, every bump, every curve known to you. You pass by Max Gas. Maxine's inside, as always. The sun is setting. It'll be dark soon. I think I only did a drunk Twitch of Disco Elysium. Well, if you know anything about the main character, then you did it right. Not sure it would have been like a year ago. Okay. Yeah, no, Disco Elysium is fantastic. But it's, you know, it's the kind of game that it can be hard to stream. I streamed it when it first came out, before it had like the full voice acting, and I ended up reading the entire thing all the way through, and then they came out with Final Cut later that had voice acting all the way through. That would have been the ticket. That would have been a better way to go through it. Keep driving. No, I want to focus on driving. Reject. At last, the sun dips below the horizon. Clouds gather like a flock of sheep, drifting in the pen of twilight. Rain is only the intro. Thunder is the main course. It doesn't matter. There's nowhere to rush. Just keep driving. A little more focused. That's enough. Now, I think at the beginning of the game, we had to try to do this, just drive as far south as we could. And I don't know if that's kind of exactly what we're doing now. I mean, it doesn't seem like a pleasure drive. We're swerving all over the place still, but the rain begins. First scattered drops, then a gathering horde until the shower thickens and the windshield becomes its canvas. It's like driving through a never-ending car wash. We are near the end of the game, too, so if it is something that is of interest of you and you think you might want to give it a shot at some point, which I would recommend, be aware of spoilers. It jolts you, but only faintly. You can almost predict the sound it arrives by now. Three minutes left in the loop. In the rearview mirror, the sky begins to turn red and yellow. Almost time. Strange. You realize you've never done this before. Always moving towards something, always with a goal in mind. Never simply going nowhere. Nowhere turns into somewhere eventually. Maybe. Or maybe nowhere is exactly where you've always been headed. Beep beep.
Still with me, Mr. Hollow?
Let's keep it moving. Alright, let's commit to this one.
Mr. Harrow, can you hear me?
Talk to Robin about comics. Okay.
Mr. Harrow, please.
Come on, you thief! Of course it's urgent! Our guests don't have Wi-Fi, the credit card machines are dead.
It's emergency.
Listen, I know what I'm talking about. Oh, hello, Mr. Harrow. How are
okay.
you? Are you ready to check in?
Do you like comic books? Mr. Harrow, I love reading comic books. For real? Oh, she's not voice acted in this part. Yeah, but I never read while working. That's kind of a habit drilled into me by my mom. I used to hide them in my school books' covers so she wouldn't notice. I guess some things just stick with you. How about you, Mr. Harrow? Got any go-to comics? I like your typical action flicks, you know, superheroes and larger-than-life characters. Me too. How awesome is that? Any faves? I have a whole list, though it's always shifting, you know? Honestly, comics are basically the only art form that keeps leveling up as it goes. Seeing something light up over something, it's refreshing. You almost forgot what that feels like. Most people file their enthusiasms down until they're smooth and cool. Not her. She lets hers sprawl and spark, reckless and bright. And it's made you aware of how long you've been asleep to your own, like a nerve reawakened after numbness. It's still there somewhere, just out of reach, but knowing that it still endures is comforting. Oh. There it goes. And it's not just the stories, but the ritual, the crack of a new issue when you open it, or arguing with some random stranger online about whether this one artist peaked in the 2000s or not. So we've just had a 36-minute conversation with her. Seeing where an artist's hand slipped, where the ink bled, where someone decided to change a line at the last minute, and when you're holding an issue from before you were born, it still hits. That's when you know you're holding something powerful. Make sure you're actually listening. At first, it was just noise. Bearable enough, but still noise, like elevator music. Her voice spilling over names, artists, runs, inkers. It's a language you once spoke fluently. There's an ease in the way she speaks, notes that only come from love and lived-in knowledge. And the thing is, the stories don't simply grow on you. They grow with you. When I was a kid, it was all about the powers and the costumes. Then it became the drama, the moral gray areas, the weird indie meta stuff. Not a sales pitch, but pure reverence. She's conjuring a world panel by panel, and here you are, caught right there inside it. And just when you catch yourself picturing it, the cardboard boxes and dusty covers, the electric thrill of finding something rare, the mother of all thunders, the kind that grants unimaginable powers to would-be comic heroes, shatters the sky, knocking you both into stunned awe. It caught you completely off guard, and just as your heart races back to its senses, you savor the thrill of surprise. But Robin recovers in a second, continuing almost as if nothing has happened. So, yeah, he's awesome. A classic hero, saving people and stuff, but, like, he knows he's in a comic book, so everything's kind of pointless. He's totally aware the next issue will just shove him into another meaningless adventure. That's why he's called Dead End. His costume is awesome, black and yellow, you know, and he has, like, regular plain waistband that he calls his futility belt. How funny is that? It's actually pretty funny. And he talks funny too. Like he's got some over-the-top dramatic comeback ready for every ridiculous situation. Sounds like my kind of guy. I know, right? You even look the part, minus the posture. I can bring you a couple of key issues tomorrow if you like. Tomorrow sounds nice. Ooh. Poignant. It's kind of dropped off recently, like the writers are on hiatus or something, and blah, 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 blah. What's our chore for today?
Still with me, Mr. Hollow?
Still with you. Ah! No, I need to do that. So, you choose not to choose life? No, 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 no. Hold on. Choose something else. Perhaps next loop then, Mr. Hollow. Oh, man, I accidentally did the... Shoot.
Is that so? Well then,
Reach for the pill.
remember,
Take the purple pill.
hopefully it'll help you calm down
I
and
don't
get some
want it.
rest tonight.
I didn't mean to.
We'll continue tomorrow.
I tried to select the thing, but it didn't work. I'm stuck. Oh, there we go.
All right then.
I accidentally switched
Now,
pages.
You only need to pick up the key card for...
Okay. Even though I got the
This is your
pill...
key card.
No. Oh, it just kind of auto-pilots. Son of a gun.
Oh, here.
Okay, we'll try that again tomorrow. Force the pill down your throat. Oh man, so if you choose anything other than choosing to live, it's basically a waste of about a minute. Just kicks you through all the steps on autopilot. Okay, let's not screw that up again.
Still with me, Mr. Hollow?
Summon the will to live. Okay, that time, yeah, last time it wouldn't let me, like, navigate for whatever reason. Hold to commit.
Mr. Harrow, can
Nature's sublime drama. I wonder if that's
Mr.
off
Harrow,
of
please.
looking over the cliff
I'll
by
break
the
you open if I have to.
roadblock. Nature's sublime drama folds across the sky. For the best view, claim your spot at the private lodge. The railing on the river Rue at the roadblock. Yep, don't miss the opening act. The sunset, it masterfully sets the tone. Oh, you know what? We've never been to that early. Maybe that is
Spit it out already.
interesting. Can we get there before? I guess so.
Come on, you thief.
The thing I keep keying on is how we make. I don't know if we're gonna be able to or not because I can't figure out a world of how it with how it works, but how we make it to the sports car and drive it north before the sun sets. Because we needed to make it to like the tunnel or something before the sun. I don't remember. You arrived a touch early, an elegant decision. Wait for the show to begin. The sun begins its majestic descent, closing the day's act with dignity before slipping into its hard-earned sleep. Nothing wrong with rewatching your favorite show. Go get it. Frankly, I don't give a damn. What? Hold on. We're not done. What are you doing, Gabe? Put those back. No. Don't GG me. We're not done here. Yeah. Oh. What'd you just do? The railing broke. I think we just figured out what happened to Frank. You're breathing. That's a start. Pain is coursing through your whole body. It's not like the pain of dying, but it hurts like you've been squished by a hydraulic press. You move? Wiggle your arms and legs very carefully. Every muscle, tendon, and bone moves as they should. Though you fell from a cliff, somehow you're not hurt. Yes, your body hurts like you've been tenderized for deep frying, but you're whole. Let's get up slowly. This feels like a bad idea. Huh. It's all that walking. As the shock passes away, a realization slowly dawns on you. You were so certain that you had explored every millimeter of Rue Valley reachable to you within the loop. Well, you were wrong. Nice. We've never been here. A mark of progress. Comes with a logo, too. Okay, nothing else here. It looks like a line between healthy plants and those high on sludge. It's hard to imagine anyone, let alone a child, coming near this water to launch a paper boat. And yet, there it is. A small testament to bravery or foolishness drifting into the unknown. Is that Frank's tow truck? It is. You would recognize this pickup anytime, anywhere, even if it was lined up with a million other trucks. Frank's car. Still, in addition to the obvious fall damage, it's not exactly the way you remember it. The river has deposited so much silt, glistening with oily rainbows, and the winds have blown in so much sand, it's as if the car has been here for a week, at least. Okay. I'm gonna get hung up on that statement. Hold on. Observe the car as a whole. Wrecked like a giant child decided to vent their tantrum on it. Check if the rear stoplight is still broken. It is, but so is literally everything else on the vehicle. Doesn't mean jack shit. So if Frank's phone is not affected by the loop, maybe his car's the same? That would explain the accumulated dirt. Let's move the branch and enter. The pickup's cabin is a mixture of windblown dirt and years of its owner's negligence. The ashtray is chock full, so much so that Frank started killing cigarette butts in cup holders. A whole bunch of sprays, half-used duct tape rolls, tools litter the place, things you don't even know the names of, let alone their purpose. See if there's anything under the sun visor. An unexpected photograph falls into your lap. It's Frank and Riley, hugging in front of the Rue Valley Motel. You barely recognized everything. It's like you peered into an alternative reality. Check under the seat. There's only a crumpled soft package of Desperado Gold cigarettes. Check that glove compartment. Only one heavy-duty work glove covered in oil and grease. But behind that, it's a purple business card with gold-colored letters etched into it. Madame Lorraine's Infinite Seance every Sunday from 8 to 9 p.m. only on Bell Radio. Is it Sunday? And on the other side, Esoteric Dream Analysis and Fate Divination. Call 484-887-1421. I will call that number. Seems like Dr. Fink is not the only one with a dream interpretation superpower. Well, some healthy competition is always welcomed. How can anyone... maybe Frank persuaded this Madame Lorraine to create the loop? Or he called her to make sense of a dream he had. If he called at all, maybe it's just random junk. Look at the bobblehead on the dashboard. In this dim light, you need to squint your eyes to focus on the figurine, a person wearing one of those Coral Destiny spacesuits. There's a small plaque at the bottom. First Commander Judith Resnick, it says. Nudge the bobblehead. It sways once, twice, and then it falls down, instantly lost in the cocktail of dirt, sand, and cigarette ash. It's like the relentless sun melted the adhesive away. Oh, we're done already? Hold on, we gotta come back here. All of a sudden, the sky ambushes you. Streaks of amber and red start to twirl, and you know it's time for the reset. Your hopes of actually finding anything useful are crushed like a brainless bug under a heedless heel. But if we're in the truck... No, it's not that simple. Oh well. Oh wait, what the hell is that? Frank's corpse. And to think you'd looked everywhere for it, only to find it here by pure chance. And for it to be snatched away by the loop. First a slap, then a spit in the face. Because how the hell do you plan on getting down here again without risking death? That is quite the conundrum. This is what I was wondering. If we're in the loop, or if we're in the truck. What do you mean by super progressing, Kate? Well, yeah, they have been fast. Yeah, because... So Kate was wondering, do they feel like the loops are going really fast now? Yes, they are. Because there's less, like, exploration that we're doing. Interesting. And it's kind of like a sense of, like, just kind of being resigned to the fact that... not so much now, but the last several loops have just been us resigned to the fact that we're stuck, we can't get out of this, and time is just moving without anything, without us having any control over it. What the just happened? Some sights are not meant for human eyes, and that was one of them. It was like the whole wide world is just a recording, and it was rewound back to the beginning. That was awesome. Like a hallucinogenic trip, but without any of the nasty side effects. You can try and wrap your mind all you want around this experience, but it will only shatter your brain. Better not think about it too much. Okay. So, whatever, yeah. The truck is functioning as like a beacon within the loop, it seems. The truck and his phone, anything that Frank has. Cross the Rubicon. Look at the trophies. How many trophies are there in this game? Okay. One thing is certain. You have unwittingly given yourself a fresh start. Maybe even a chance to get out of this prison. Just when I finally accepted that I'd stay here forever. You didn't have any other choice. Now you do. I have to try. Move the branch and exit the pickup. Nature's sublime drama. This loop, you've chosen something else. Wait, no, hold on. Don't. Or wait, yeah, I have chosen something else. That actually makes sense. We can give up on that one. Life finds a way, even on a toxic basis. We're gonna go talk to Frank in just a second here, but we got time. Bleached beyond white by sun and chemicals. It bleeds components the way an animal bleeds. The animal bleeds. Metal for meat. You can see the Kuiper Belt bar from here. In fact, you can walk there. Oh, really? Good to know. Is that a donkey? I keep hearing a donkey braying. Not much there, but empty desert and K Ranch. Okay. Well, how do I get over to... Oh, we used the path. That's how. No wonder everyone drinks from bottles. No amount of recycling will fix that. This place is nasty. If the water didn't kill it, it surely destroyed its form. You can't say if this is an animal or something else. Yeah, what is that? You're no spaceflight expert, but this looks like a piece of a rocket. Whether the launch was a success or not, you can't say. If it's here, it obviously failed. Maybe it was just a test. This piece is here, the rest is probably in the atmosphere. That makes sense. This piece is here, maybe the rest is in the atmosphere. Circling the planet in an endless loop. Fitting fate for anything launched from here. Let's check the tree he's perched on, I guess, first. The plant's remains stand upright, as if defying the obvious. This river isn't just lifeless, it kills life. Bird, thank you for the lurk. Nature's way of saying, warning. Universal language. Corpses always mark that something's wrong. Unfortunately, you found the corpse long after you realized you're in the thick of it. Alright. We found Frank. Once Frank's physical body, now an empty husk. Rot, or beaks, got the eyes. Ew. So the stare turned toward the heavens is vacant. Instead of bloating, his skin is dried up and shriveled, giving Frank a perpetual grin of nicotine-stained teeth. There's no stench of death and decay. Maybe the overwhelming odor of mixed metals and acid coming from the river is the reason for Frank's desiccation. What cruel fate. He died exactly as he lived, chasing Judy. So are you going to just leave him rotting away like this? Even if I did, the loop would probably just vomit the corpse straight out. I'd rather not dig around in this toxic sludge without a shovel. I mean, both are fine. I don't really know. Let's do this one. A decent hypothesis, seeing how Frank's body is rotting away, though you can't really be sure what exactly would happen. There's so many reasons against burying Frank, and only one for... But maybe just a short speech, something that would commemorate Frank's life and death. That I can do. You know how this goes. We're gathered here today to... speak about this man of whom I know far too much. That's what happens when you mercilessly dig through someone's life. What comes next? You did write several articles about structuring a eulogy, along with examples. Ah, yes. Here lies Frank Anderson. A shithead who's the reason why I'm trapped in this loop? Is that obvious? That doesn't feel obvious. A true son of Rue Valley. Now returning to his mother's womb very slowly. Next on the list, the deceased will be remembered for The signal both of us are chasing. It's sad his life will be remembered only by the signal chase, but it did become all of his life in the end. In the end, you might want to add... Goodbye, Frank. Wowzers. Fresh bruises and skin-deep nicks. There doesn't seem to be any permanent damage, but the pain pulses through you with every breath. That sunset landslide was worth it, though. Mostly bearable. In a world without surprises, this one hits you like a wake-up call. Can't believe +2 to sensitive. That's for cognitive snap. Okay, well, I guess now we just need to go let everybody know that, hey, we found Frank and he dead. Should I go to the ranch? No, let's so the first connection to Frank that I can think of would be Anita at Kuiper Belt. And I don't think we can talk to Alexander without him wanting to shoot us in the face. So maybe we go to Kuiper Belt. Wow. Might be some music from this game that ends up on my playlist. It's been good. It's been a good vibe, good music. Okay, we can't talk to her yet. I don't know if we're gonna get anything out of Travis either. I might, if we can't get anything out of Travis, I might drive back to the motel. I might even see if I can make it all the way to the gas station.
Travis.
Good talk, Travis. We're going back to the gas station. Or wait. Oh. Okay. Hold on. Let's take Travis's car. I think this is Travis's car. It's obviously not Anita's car, because Anita's car is at the gas station. Let's go to... Oh, wait, it's 8:10. Go north. I think we can make it before sunset. That's probably not true, though, actually. Or it might be if we can start the loop. Oh man, sunset's happening. Okay, yeah. We're done with Percy Ruger. I don't think we're gonna... We're definitely gonna get further. Why did we have to do it before... We'll never make it before sundown. Oh, 8:42. We made it. Have we done this? I don't think we've done this. But I also don't remember why I have it in my head that we had to do it before sunset. We had to have done something similar to this. Workhorses of a previous era left to rot in the sun and rain. Nobody cleans up their messes here. Rue Valley is depressing for a bunch of reasons. Who's this? Oh, it's Ben! Oh, you guys! Okay. An express elevator to the center of the Earth, out of order until further notice. I'm nervous about the fact that we... Where are we gonna wake up if a loop just ends? The plaque looks professionally crafted, made from costly materials. Silver and gold woven together, or at least it looks like silver and gold. The engraving reads, October 3rd, 1984. The day we struck gold. Apex Ore Incorporated. Apex Ore is gone, gold's gone, but the plaque still remains. Guess it wasn't worth taking with them, so much for the importance of that historic date. This must be the mine that collapsed. Oh my god, we can go in it? It's a whole new world. Now who's this? Oh, it's Walter. Oh. This is great. We've been hearing so much about these guys. The long dark tunnel ends with an unexpected pool of weak light and a man standing in it, turning his head left or right as if in confusion or fear. I'm nervous about where we're going to wake up, though. I hope that we wake up back in the truck and we can come back here. Because if I keep waking up at the hotel, then I got to figure out how to keep... I don't know. I have a lot of things in my head right now. Hello? Your voice ricochets through the dark. The figure jolts and turns toward you.
Yeah, miner. You're not supposed to be here. Leave, now.
As your eyes adjust, his outline settles into detail. An old man. Truly old. Sparse gray hairs stand like brittle antennae over a face scored by years. How did he get here? Actually, this isn't that far from Cape. Well, yeah. How? Okay. I need answers. He looks like the Walter you saw in the K family tree. Much older, unkempt, but unmistakably him. Walter, your family is worried about you.
My family? Yeah. Helen must be scared out of her wits. And the kids, too.
Ooh, sorry, buddy. Your wife is dead. And has been for a while. He seems safe enough, but a feeling gnaws at you. Something isn't right here. Walter, what are you doing here? He half turns, as if your question finally catches up with him.
First, you tell me. You support Bill Thatcher?
Hell no!
That's a good boy. You might be an outsider, but your heart's in the right place.
That's right.
Apex Ore props him up, and there's nothing I could do. Except, I'm not without teeth.
The decades ago comment feels a little harsh. Let's do a lesson. I don't know. It's like I think they state that he has like dementia. But I don't know. Maybe we don't hit him with that. Like waking up somebody who's sleepwalking, right? You shouldn't do that. A lesson.
Yeah, proper lesson. Like in school when the teacher beat you blue for acting out.
The good old days. The thread of thoughts slips from his grip. He drifts into a low mumble, lost not just in place, but in time. He's alive, and someone swore he'd wander back home sooner or later. Still, he isn't well. You can't just leave him like this. Walter, go home.
Home. Yeah, home. Maxine's there. She's worried. I just need to make sure everything's in order.
He's oblivious to your attempts to steer him. At least the loop keeps him safe. Okay, cool. And we'll do more in just a minute. I gotta take my first break. Our pre-roll just ran out, so I'll be back in about 3 minutes. Hold, please. All right, we're back. Timmy digging the Angerfoot track. Good times. Good times. I have to have noises coming at me in all directions to keep my brain happy. Well, that probably fit super well then. I played the that's like the track that plays during the first level in that game. I think I've only played the demo, but I was like playing that game and I was like just super into it. How could you not be with that sick beat? Anyways, a strange heap of discarded things, rusted mining gear, twisted and broken, mingled with newer scraps like plastic piping. It looks like two eras colliding, Apex Ore and Coral Destiny, their legacies dumped together in one heap. Oh my god. Good for you. That's a legendary amount of focus. Future archaeologists will have a field day here. Assuming anyone survives long enough to dig through the ruins of old corporations. Okay, let's real quick. An overly designed intercom looking like it was ripped out of a spaceship command deck. This can only mean one thing, Coral Destiny. Oh, this is the Coral Destiny, like, entrance.
Yes?
Press the touchscreen. Who are you? As the video feed switches to the face of a seemingly young woman, you feel a prickling sensation at the back of your skull. Can I come in, please?
That's not exactly in accordance with Coral Destiny's security protocols. But I don't see why not.
Oh my god, is this Robin's twin sister?
Screw Coral Destiny's protocols.
You're probably being recorded. Oh my god. This is too exciting. Hold on, we can't do this yet. Rue Valley was playing hard to get, but you got everywhere. We've been everywhere we can go. We can't go in here yet. I'll come back here later. We gotta talk to Ben. Ben's car reminds you of your old one. Okay, real quick, before we do that, let's... Close until the launch is complete. Okay. Alright, Ben. Been a long time coming. Doesn't take you long to connect the image to the voice you heard over the phone. That's Ben. Just let him be. Okay. Well, that was a disappointing first encounter. Okay, we'll try again later. Something really exciting was happening and C-Dub left. I had to. I had to run my ads. I had to make sure that the exciting things wouldn't be missed by new people popping in. Let's ignore the protocol together.
Always for breaking some rules. Screw Coral Destiny's protocols.
I'm at the door just now. Oh, I see. Yeah, we're going back in. I mean, again, I'm nervous that I'm gonna do something that won't let me come right back here, but we'll see. It looks plain and fancy at the same time. You are now starting your loops from Frank's pickup truck instead of from Dr. Fink's office in the motel. Okay, cool. That's like going forward. That's it. That's all we're doing. Awesome. This means you can now arrive at some locations much earlier than was previously possible. It might be worth visiting them as early as you can. Interesting. Dana's workstation. How do we know that's Dana? Game? My immersion. Full of science-y equipment and various papers. Stacked in tidy ranks, they exist without a care in the world. Numbers and charts, useful only if you know how to read them. Okay, let's go talk to, spoilers, Dana. Want a bubbly? No, I'm good. I have 1,000 things to drink in front of me.
Hiya!
So
Thank
sorry
you.
about that sterilization procedure, but it's necessary in a facility of this type.
Cheers. I found our hidden stash of like bigger mugs at the top shelf of our cupboard. Awesome. Sorry about that sterilization procedure. Is that what happened when we came in?
And don't you worry about the chemicals, they are all organic in origin.
Oh no, I feel like my bowels are melting. What sort of poison have you sprayed me with? Could have warned me over the intercom.
But where'd be the fun in that?
That's a good point.
Are you from the Overshoot Forum, perhaps? It's not every day that someone from there comes to talk in person. But I've never seen you in Rue Valley, so you can't be a local.
What forum?
Well, my mistake, doesn't matter.
There's a little plaque on it that says Dana's workstation. Did it? Did I read that? I don't know. That's fine.
Overshoot is an online gathering place for people that believe time is running out for our species, our civilizations, and our planet. It was
Those
a
people are
great
right.
community, but it recently turned sour. It's an echo chamber now, a place for whining, grasping at straws, and passing around copium.
Ultimate destiny of any place on the internet.
Unfortunately, yes. This forum just evolved into it much more quickly because of the subject matter it deals with, which pushes a lot of people straight into the jaws of depression. I stopped being an active member a long time ago, but I'm one of the founders, and people still find me, sometimes even in person.
Sounds kind of dangerous.
But don't think I've forgotten that you answered my question with a question. So, I'm waiting. Who are you?
I am... Maybe we don't tell her that we're... You know, let's own up to it. Dr. Fink's new client, just wandering about.
Welcome, Eugene. I'm Dana Peters.
Okay.
I just want you to know Fink is an expert. You're in good hands. So, what can I do for you?
Why was the sterilization process necessary? It looks like this is one of those conversations where time won't flow, so we should have time to get through everything.
You're among the rare few who have asked me that question. People usually accept it as a necessary protocol without trying to delve deeper. Most of the species here are hybrids of my own creation. Because of that, they are vulnerable to all pathogens. So, without immunity of their own, I have to provide it for them.
What about accidents? People make mistakes, you know.
Simple. Contingency protocols. One of them you have already suffered through, the sterilization process.
The plants around here look strange.
Understandable. Many of the species here are my handiwork, created with cross-hybridization and gene manipulation. This facility is my laboratory, testing grounds to discern what will work, what could work, and what will be a disaster. And since Martian conditions are impossible, the plants must be impossible too.
What is this place exactly?
Officially, Coral Destiny Research Facility number 8, but everyone knows it as the hydroponics farm, or just the farm.
Have we heard reference to the farm in this? We probably have. Isn't Coral Destiny a space exploration company? What does all this greenery have to do with rockets or space?
You are right, but up to a point. Rockets and space are only a means to an end. Coral Destiny's real aim is to establish a self-sufficient colony on Mars. Such autarky is impossible without food and medicine. That's my job. And this facility and all these plants, my life's work.
So you're the boss here.
Now I am. Of course, it took me quite some time to iron out all the disagreements with my CEO, then persuade her I don't need her ideas, let alone her hands-on management.
What was the disagreement about?
It's still there. We just opt not to discuss it anymore. Isabel wants self-sufficiency as soon as possible, so the colony can become profitable quickly. I understand that. Establishing a base on Mars costs unthinkable amounts of money, and Coral Destiny is just a corporation. It must hunt for profit. But it's all foolishness, if you ask me. That colony must become a seed vault for our species, and you need long-term planning for that.
How do you water all these plants? Rue Valley water is so polluted it's like it's drawn from the bowels of hell.
An observant question. At first, fresh water was transported from outside of the valley. The same will be required on Mars. Large quantities of water will be delivered via cargo ships. Since water recycling and purification is necessary for the future colony, a section of my research was dedicated to just that. It's a long and complex story.
Lord knows we've probably sat through worse.
But in a nutshell, the state of the Rue Valley aquifer is horrendous. It's been polluted with heavy metals, mining runoff, and ore processing chemicals. But with various methods, including introduction of certain bacteria and microbe strains, I've managed to purify small quantities of water, then enrich it with nutrients and minerals.
Okay, this is a dumb question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Why will the Mars colony need to recycle and purify water?
It's simple. Needs will be tremendous. Consumption, food production, ore recycling, and quantities are extremely limited. The colony can't simply subside on shipments from Earth. Eventually, when the infrastructure is established, the colony will be able to draw water from subsurface ice. Even that source will need to be refined for consumption. But to achieve true autarky, multiple sources will be required.
One at a time, please.
One such source will be recycled
Thank
and
you.
purified wastewater, communal and industrial alike. Waste want whatnot.
But why water? Mars has plenty of soil. What?
Most of which is completely ill-suited to growing plants. It contains no organic matter, lacks essential nutrients such as nitrogen, and, critically, it's full of toxic percolates. Yes,
Toxic
we
percolates.
could purify and enrich
Hate it.
Martian soil, but it would be a lengthy and costly process. Water is much easier to manipulate.
Thanks.
Most welcome. It's always a pleasure to talk to a member of our pre-extinct species.
Wow. Depressing.
I have some work to do now. Feel free to explore the lab, just don't touch the plants.
So is this place like open to the public then? It feels weird that it is. It shouldn't be, probably.
Yes?
Nope, we're done. Okay, cool. That's all we got about Dana. But that being said, we've moved some things forward. You found Walter in the mine. Nothing you can do for him now. Oh, you're way up here. Dana Peters, the hydroponics farmer, works in a Coral Destiny lab north of Kuiper Belt Bar. Okay. Time is about up anyways, but I think we've explored everything that we can. Now, how are we going to handle this next loop? And why can't I talk to Ben? Ooh, just let him be. Hold on. Let's call Madame thing. Oh, we can't. Phone detects a network labeled CD Open Wi-Fi. The connection is not the best. Nevertheless, it works. Okay. In a last-ditch effort, we connected to Coral Destiny's Wi-Fi. You're here? Again? I don't understand anything. But it makes perfect sense when you think about it. The loop doesn't reset, it rewinds. You saw it with your own eyes. So that means I'll never reset at Dr. Fink's office again? You got your wish, didn't you? Let's sigh. Move this over here. Okay, so we've got kind of like free. Let's So Walter, I wonder if we can get to the K Ranch like before Walter bails, maybe. Now we just have to kind of explore these places because we've never been able to get here this early before. Oh. Alright, so it's our first time here with the sun up. I don't know that it's gonna matter unless we go. Sure. Okay. Rest of Judy's message. So Alex is not locked in his room during the entire loop after all. Oh my god, he's standing right there. He seems to be occupied with something at the window. Try to figure out what he's doing. He's testing whether the bars are still secure. Okay, so Walter must have already escaped. Most likely trying to figure out whether Walter used the window to go AWOL. I still don't understand the hose coming in that window. As you watch him move around, you catch a glimpse of something. A gun tucked into his waistband. The gun. Good thing I didn't just barge in. Right now, waiting is your only option. No need to risk it. Let's give him some time to return to his room. Okay. Can we talk about this hose? No matter the source, water follows the course it's given. Okay. Cool observation, but like that's weird. Okay. Hey, Alpha. You know Alex has returned to his room as you can hear the music coming from up there. I don't know what else. Oh, we'll be able to get through all of Judy's message, assuming we can. Well, I don't really know how to do this. Walter's gonna be gone. Nothing we can do here. Nothing else to do here. Okay, I guess let's knock on Alex's door and see what happens. Listen closely, wait for it to finish. Long song. Start knocking.
Pops? What's the password for today?
Okay, just open up.
Hands up!
Raise your hands.
Who the fuck are you? What are you doing in my house? Who sent you?
I guess let's ask him about the equipment again? Okay, but do it differently this time. These are all kind of shitty. All right. Should we be dramatic? No. Again, I think things are dramatic enough with him. Give me access to the equipment, otherwise things will not end well for you. This is gonna be a quick shot to the gut. Let's see.
You see this here gun? You see it?
I see it. It's impossible to ignore it as it's dangling in front of your face. His hand's twitching. I don't have time for this. Move so I can get in.
Don't move or I'll shoot. I ain't kidding.
I don't think he will. I think when he did shoot me, it was an accident. You need to find leverage, the right one. Okay. I will report your suspicious behavior to the police.
Ooh, I've never heard a threat so empty.
It's a good point. I am breaking and entering. That's not a good answer. This is getting you nowhere, and it's starting to become annoying. Getting all the way here just for him to humiliate you again and again. The alternative doesn't sound so bad, does
Now,
it?
start fucking walking.
Walk. Although, we did leave enough time for police cousin guy to show up.
Hey, cuz. Cuz, listen. No, not like there's a motherfucker here, and I've got him under citizen's arrest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you when you come here.
Kick him in the lower region, he'll drop the gun. Kick him in the lower region, he'll probably pull the trigger. I've never been holding a gun when kicked in the balls, but I have to imagine that that reaction goes a long ways, probably all the way to the fingertips. It's been a while since I've experienced that.
20 minutes? All right. Yeah, of course. I have coffee.
How about you just let me go instead?
Shut the fuck up, pal. No, I'm not talking to you, cuz. Now we wait.
Okay,
I don't
so
want to hear a word out of you.
this will be different. This felt like a failure, but at the same time, we're here 20 minutes earlier. Oh, except it's going to wait for the end of the loop. He said he'd be there in 20 minutes. I thought maybe that would give us a couple minutes to move everything forward. But we just stand there for 20 minutes? Nuts. Okay. I thought that would go differently, but not so much. Still with me, Mr. Harrow? Not funny. Move the branch, leave the car. Alpha, despite your love for video games, you tend to look past video game tropes at will. You steal a tow truck? There's been a lot going on. We did not steal a tow truck. We found a tow truck. You gotta suspend your disbelief. Yeah, we've made like some pretty tremendous strides in this game already. Okay. Do I actually want to do this? I don't think I want to go to K Ranch. Yeah, we did that. So I'd never seen The Purge before, and it came up on my TV and movie list, and I was like, well, let's watch The Purge. And I thought it was, I thought it was one of those things that's like, I hear a lot of people talking about it, like, and it has like 8 movies or something now. I thought it would be fun to watch since I'd never seen it before. That movie's garbage. That movie is terrible. And not just from like a content standpoint, it's like gross and off-putting to watch because of like the content that is there, but like the way it's written and like the way it's communicated, like it's just bad. Do you watch The Purge and not K-pop Demon Hunters or Hamilton? Yeah. I don't want to sit down and watch those kinds of things. I would be bored out of my mind. At least like The Purge was it was a thing that by the time I was done I was like, glad I watched it. I can make fun of it. I had a better time watching The Purge than I would if I watched those other things. Alex is not in his room the whole time. What if there's more to Judy's message? Juicy's message. So what is this? So what does this open up then? If you get to Alex's room before him, you would be able to listen to the signal again, only earlier. You have to know if there's more to this message, and don't even have time to shoot your way and you don't even have time to shoot your way through. You can sneak up to his room while he's wandering around the house. How do I get in the house, though, if he's... I can't... He's in this room, and then he goes straight up there. Okay, enter the study as soon as he leaves. Where is he? I don't know where he is. Let's hide in the bathroom and spy on him from there. I hope he's not in the bathroom. Oh, there he is. You slip out of his line of sight at the last possible second, leaving the door cracked just a sliver to keep tabs on his every move. But very soon, he moves into a blind corner you can't see, out of sight but not out of earshot. Fine. I'll trust my mouse-keen ears. He's out there, no doubt, busy with whatever people out of sight do. He's prowling somewhere close. All that's left is to wait, eyes sharp, breath quiet, and seize the first opportunity to slip past him. But until that opening appears, you're stuck with dead minutes to bleed, time to kill. Count each drip from the faucet. And now you have to pee. Footsteps fade away. He's probably in the kitchen now. And that's not a room that we could ever go into, so... You step on a stair, you hear a very loud creak.
Pops?
Why is that audio? The audio sometimes is like over itself. He heard you. Move anywhere now. Hide under the table, but just run up the stairs. Press yourself against the column. What column?
Pops, quit messing around. You there?
Your cover is tiny, so tiny that your best move is to curl up as tightly as you can. Press your arms against your sides. You've turned into a needle.
Pops, stop fooling around and show yourself. This house is falling apart. Everything creaking to high heaven.
It's not wrong. Look at those stairs. The sound of his voice tells you he's back in the kitchen. Okay, walk to Alex's room. And avoid that squeaky board this time so we don't have to go through this again. We're in. Lock the door. Now let's check if you can catch some signal at this time of the loop. Don't linger. Every moment counts. No time to lose. Run Freakmaster. The program boots up with a flicker of terminal code, then shows you the list of save frequencies as you expected. Click on CD comms.
Guiding light, mission log, day 52. Happy to report I'm still alive, though honestly, my steady diet of protein curry, pea stew, and oat and berry paste has seriously made me contemplate taking my own life.
Protein curry.
Water recycling and oxygen regeneration systems are working within parameters, though I have to fiddle with them every now and again, and this still leaves me with free time, and a lot of free time.
Stretch out on the hood. Are we... Oh, are we... Frank again? Light up another smoke? We are.
left unoccupied, want it or not. My mind wanders back to Earth, and this is a dangerous journey. I mean, just one treacherous step away from plunging me back into the pit of despair, and I can't let that happen.
No. The pit is not a good place. You were trapped there almost forever. Until I got you out.
It's a paradox. I can't think of home, but I need to think about ways of getting home, so to stop myself from wandering, I focus on new mission parameters. I think, plan, then I flip the mental table and I do it all over again.
Frank?
Fucking hell. You're not only interrupted, you're interrupted by Riley.
Give her the glare.
Frank?
It's not a matter of selecting the method. I mean, there's only one anyhow, and I have to take it. The slingshot maneuver. It's a matter of resources, or lack thereof.
What are you... Oh, shit.
Oh. Oh, okay. I get it.
Oh, she finally gets it. Now let's focus on what's important.
Here's the thing. Guiding Light was 91% done with the Trans-Mars injection protocol when the fuel injection system malfunctioned. This put the ship into an almost stable orbit with Mars. Almost.
Almost stable is good enough. Worked for us, buddy boy.
When I ejected the lander, it assumed the same trajectory as the rest of the ship, but it was further degraded by the explosions. As it stands right now, I'm in an anomalous Earth-Mars orbit, doomed to a perpetual circling, never to reach either planet. A loop, if you will.
Okay. You're not doomed, Judy. You are not.
Here's the other thing. Because I'm sometimes forced to use my fuel for upkeep of the various systems I've built in this tin can, my reserves are at 71%. This is enough for a few controlled burns, yes, but that's it. Especially considering I'll have to save at least 12% of that fuel in order to survive the trip back from Mars to Earth.
She should have had more fuel by our calculations, right? Right. Something's off here.
Man, I wonder what Frank... wonder what he's... Oh man. What's he,
These
like,
are
gonna
the two
learn?
key points, the cruxes of my issue. So here's the proposed solution. I've been going over these calculations I don't know how many times. I need to perform 2 burns and to be extremely careful about fuel efficiency.
Is her loop causing your loop? Directly, indirectly. We just referenced the fact that Frank is causing our loop earlier, but Frank's desperation. We don't really know the cause yet, but kind of, I think, is my best answer.
Frank, we need to talk now.
The first one needs to correct my trajectory, get me in a stable orbit of Mars. The second will be tricky, much more so, as I need to escape Mars orbit, which will require a lot of fuel, maybe all of the fuel.
Sorry. Sake, Riley, can't you hear it's Judy?
That did it. She bit her lips hard, but doesn't open them. Bravo.
Now, the first maneuver will affect the other. if I fuck up the first and get too close, I might not have enough fuel to get out of the planet's gravity well. Or if I don't course correct properly, I'll just shoot past the planet and get into an even worse trajectory. Still, the results of the model I've built are conclusive enough that I'm willing to take the risks. Now I just have to stop doubting myself and pentable check every single number. Again. I'll record again later. Have to conserve power as much as possible.
Frank, please.
Alright. Guiding light mission log day 54. Can't sleep, so I've decided to crunch some numbers. Again, I'm sick and tired of talking to the walls, so what the hell? Sunshine's plentiful, let's waste some kilowatts and record this thing. At least I'll have a reference point for later to recheck the math if I need to. Fuck, if only the lander's main computer wasn't so limited in its functions, or if I was a better programmer, I could run some real simulations, but this'll have to do.
Listen, I know about Judy's message.
You're full of shit. Just let me listen. We'll play Frank's. We'll play Desperate Frank. Not that we have a lot of choice.
Just start crunching numbers now. Saying exactly how much fuel she has left. Just listen.
So, let's start with the basics. Right now, my fuel reserves are at 71%. I'll need the bare minimum of 12% to survive the Mars-Earth trip, so this means the total fuel available is 59%. So far, so good.
I'd probably round down, just to keep it safe. I'd go 58%.
She knew. She fucking knew. All this time.
Now you will tell me everything right now.
I never said a word for exactly this reason. I heard the whole message when Judy's lander reached near Earth orbit. Like it did again. Just look at yourself. Imagine how you would have been if you'd known the entire time. Fucking hell, Frank. Even now you think she's alive. When you know that she couldn't be.
Hurt her. Rip out her tongue, pluck out her eyes, bite off her ear. Hurt her. Hurt her. Hurt her.
I rue the day you ever return to the valley.
Well, fuck you too, Frank. In case you forgot, you were the one who told me that Coral Destiny was looking for people. You told me to come home.
She struggles. She hackles her hair, teeth bared. But she's in pain. More. More!
Okay, all right. These are these are a bit of a reach. But I guess what cuts the deepest? We are out to sabotage this relationship. I'm so fucking sorry right now. I didn't just sit back and watch you drink yourself to death while you were a teenager.
Fucker! The only difference between us back then was that you could have bought your alcohol legally. You drank just as much as I did. More even.
Let her have it. Let her have all of the pain you have suffered.
You know, oh my god, this one hurts. You know that I dream? Every day I dream that you went to that fucking mission instead of Judy.
What happened to you? You're not Frank anymore. No. You're like some folktale demon of anger and grief.
That's it. That's it. Your toxic barrage has brought her down on the verge of tears, on the brink of crumbling, fucking down. Now go for the jugular. Say that thing again. The same one you said, and you haven't spoken for 2 years.
The voice acting in the dialogue is not matched up in this section, which is noticeable. Coral Destiny gave you that job only to have their token local astronaut. You didn't deserve it. You didn't earn it. You were never good enough.
The sweet, succulent taste of revenge. When you take your hurt and spread it around like an emotional disease.
This is a weird inner monologue, too.
You really think that? I wondered back then if it was just a slip of the tongue, but no. You really think that?
Oh, for trans-Earth injection... Fucking napkin math. Okay, initial mass after the first burn will be around 4,270 kilograms. On a delta V of approximately 2,050 meters per second, I'll need about 1,400 kilograms of fuel, I want to say, and the burn will last about a minute and a half. Fuck, that's almost 5 times the MOI burn time. After the burn, my mass will be around 2,870 kilograms, of which only 370 kilograms will be fuel reserves, or 12%.
I trust your math.
Shit. Riley made us miss a part of Judy's message. Maybe the most important part.
Now shut the fuck up, Riley. Let me listen to Judy.
That's a thin, terrifying margin for error. Okay, if I execute both burns with maximum efficiency and no additional adjustments, I'll have enough fuel to get home. Barely enough, but enough. I don't want to think about what happens if I overburn. Okay. I can do this. Guiding light, mission log, day 74. The question has been killing me for the last week or so. I can't stop thinking about it, and yet I can't find an answer. It might sound like one of those fairy tale riddles that are designed to push you over the edge, so what's a doer to do when she's got nothing to do?
No, there's always something, my love. Something? Another simulation to run? Another calculation to check and recheck?
The only answer I got is... nothing. Absolutely nothing, and that is driving me insane.
Oh, is it cutting out? It must be cutting out. It'll pass, must be the storm.
Be grateful you're holding Alex's best piece of equipment. Otherwise, Judy's signal might have been jammed by this storm noise.
Since I jury-rigged most of the additional life support systems, they need small repairs every now and then. But besides that, and scrubbing the filters, which is super time-consuming because I have so little water and power to spare, there's little else to occupy my free time.
I guess I thought he was listening to a recording, knowing full well what the signal is. But this is him just getting access to the live signal? Must be constantly broadcasting?
I've even tried cooking in an improv kitchen, combining different food pouches, but somehow the meals taste even worse. So, yeah, I gave up on that. That leaves me with the calculations for the burns and my paper simulation. That's a no-go. Every time I check the numbers now, a worm of doubt starts gnawing in my mind, and I can't have that. I have to trust the plan, trust the science behind it.
Could it be that the battery's dying? She sounds fine.
For fuck's sake. Who knew that spaceflight would entail so much free time? Ugh, I swear. If I knew I would be stuck in a lander for months, I would have brought my Zenith Mini on that damn EVA and just drowned myself in gaming. Fuck conserving power.
No. We need to conserve power. Conserve!
All of this leaves me with only one option. To think of home. Of the people I left behind that probably think I'm dead. But if I even start to unravel that coil, my heart clenches and I feel the weight of all this endless void on my chest, so I can't go down that rabbit hole. Not now, not ever.
Frank. Sir Frank a lot.
Weird. That's a weird tone to take after the conversation we just had. Ignore Smiley Riley.
More like Cryly Riley.
Oh, got her.
There's only the now, and there's only the version of future in which I return home. I've decided to record the answer to my own riddle, to sear it into my mind. The doer needs to become the waiter. No other solution. Let's not waste any more power now. Guiding light, mission log, day 162.
This is 90 days
Mars
later.
orbit insertion successfully performed 2 days ago. Fuel burn was optimal at 12%. This will be a different beast, though I should really conserve power. I've decided to record this moment for posterity.
We'll have 12 children. All of them will know these messages, your moments of victory, by heart.
Please don't have 12 children.
Fast approaching the planet. Velocity 7.34 kilometers per second. That's not the only reason. Okay, I need to stay focused now, and talking to these metal walls just doesn't do it for me anymore.
Shit. Battery's dying. Drive to the motel for replacement.
Be fast, or we'll lose Judy. Again.
Okay.
To the best of my knowledge, the course correction maneuver I executed 2 weeks ago was a success. Though it did burn more fuel than I hoped, telemetry suggests I'm still on a viable course for a slingshot. All my trajectory readings are on point.
Frank, wait! You'll get yourself killed!
And now, for the real deal.
Oh.
Trajectory check, locked. Expected periapsis, 120 kilometers. Delta V budget, 20 seconds. Computer, start countdown. Fuel check at 65%. Attitude control system, aligned at 0, all 3 axes. Gyroscope stabilizers, active. No unexpected drift. Pitch and yaw meters, stable.
Frank, stop, for fuck's sake! You're too disturbed to drive.
Thrusters engaged. You better work, motherfucker. Engine temp approximately 210 degrees. Within parameters. Delta V readout 7.40, 7.48. Good. Fuel rapidly falling. 48%, 46%. Shit. Delta V readout 7.5, 7.53. Rechecking orbital trajectory display. I'm not gonna fucking make it.
Pedal to the metal.
Fuel recheck, 40%, falling fast. Shit. I'm getting too close to Mars, and I don't have enough fuel to get out of the planet's gravity well. Morning burn!
Stubborn fucking Anderson! Stop, Frank!
Fuck!
It started so promising. We're done, Riley, now and forever.
Maybe I should just open that airlock and be done with all of this.
What the? You piece of shit!
Oh, I thought maybe that was like part of the recording she didn't hear or something.
Mission day, I think it's 181. Yeah. I've been mostly sleeping for the past couple of weeks. There are some bottles of zinc coating in the medicine box, and to be honest, even the dreamless void inside me is better than the real void outside.
And finally, continue listening to Judy in peace.
You know, habit is a fucked up thing. Even though I wanted to shrivel up and die, I still ate that horrible chickpea stew. Still pissed in bags, still recycled every last drop of it. Still scrubbed filters like I'll live in this tin can for 1,000 years.
Yes, yes. Eat, drink. You need to stay strong until I save you.
I couldn't get myself to record anything earlier. Didn't know what would even be the point. I let my pride rule me by recording the burn, and I'll have proof of my success, you know? A statement of my genius. Judith Resnick, the brilliant problem solver. What I have instead is just a reminder of what a fool I was. Am.
Always so hard on yourself. You have to stop whipping yourself, love.
By now, this is all just ramblings of a broken down woman, and nobody in Coral Destiny's Star Command is interested in that, right? So, why am I recording this? Because I have to stop being selfish. I was so laser focused on getting out of this shit loop that I haven't really been thinking about what I left behind. Who I left behind. I didn't dare to think, and right now, I have to. Though it still breaks my heart. Frank, I've never met anybody who had more resolve than you. Life threw shit after shit at you, and you just kept shrugging it off and going on. That's why I fell in love with you. The unbreakable man. I'm sure there are scars, but as you said, they're just a testament of the shit we've been through.
I love you too, Judy. Scream into the night.
Thinking of you and how you would approach this made me get up. Made me clean myself after 2 weeks. Made me put up that flipped mental table and start planning again.
You were also our guiding light in our darkest of nights.
Yes, the fuel is insufficient. Yes, my trajectory is shit. Yes, my vector of approach is abysmal. But there must be a way out of this shit. Must be. And I'm gonna stop this train wreck of thoughts now. Judy out.
I'm coming, my love. I'm coming. He's been voice acting the rest of the statement, so I was going to let him have it, but then he just chose not to. As Judy's voice is scrambled and the signal's interference, so is the vision. You find yourself back in Alex K's room. So this is a recording. It has been broadcasted before. When Judy's lander was close to Earth. Now it's close again. That's why you catch the signal. So Judy can't be alive? She can't. With the lack of resources, she mentions not for that long. And Riley heard the message before? Yes, and most likely without interference. She hid it from Frank. I need to get my hands on the whole message. And how do you intend to do that now that Riley is out of your reach? Why is Riley out of our reach? I don't know. I mean, maybe right now, but not in the next loop. I don't think. No, we can... Yeah, we can make it to the gas station. One thing's for sure, you're not getting out of this room until 8:47. Yeah, wait until the end of the loop. Okay. And no consequence with Alex. He didn't, like, bust in shooting. He didn't knock. He didn't even try to come up to the room, which is weird because he definitely would have in a loop. Move the branch and leave the car. All right. Let's take a look at our mind map here. So sneak into Alex's room is done. Riley has already heard Judy's message, but how? It may be a good idea to ask around about her and her time spent working at Coral Destiny. She has already heard Judy's message before and admitted it to Frank today at the gas station. Today at the gas station? That happened like the day of the loop? Maybe that makes sense. Does that make sense? Yeah, that must make sense. Okay. Well, let's go. We gotta go to... Oh my gosh, we actually do have quite a bit left to do. Let's go to Kuiper Belt. It's the slowest fast travel you've ever seen. And then we're gonna take the car, and we're gonna go somewhere. Oh my god, hurry up. Pick them up and put them down. We are gonna go to the motel, but we're gonna have to stop at the roadblock. Our car should still be there. Right? You know, it said she's out of reach. There should be no reason why we can't get to the roadblock and get our car. Uh-oh. Why are we walking? We good? Shoot. Where's our car? And why did that happen at 8:46? Oh, our car resets. Oh no, Riley is out of reach. Okay. I guess I just thought the car, because the loop reset, that our car would still be at the roadblock, but it's not. Well, that's an interesting thing. There's tornadoes outside. Okay, well, we can't get in there. Well, bummers. I guess we'll have a quick conversation with
Are you ready to
Robin.
check in now, Mr. Harrow?
No. What should I do here then? Okay, so I guess we just have to go talk to people. We can't talk to... Robin gave us nothing. Press the reddish button. Take the bottled water. Take a sip. Leave. Okay. Awesome. Fun times. Okay. I don't know. Let's just get in the car and end the loop, I guess. We gotta... It don't matter. Time's gonna run out here in 2 seconds. We have to... I guess let's go to Kuiper Belt. No, we have options. We have Kuiper Belt. There's no sense in going back to the ranch. We have the old mine. Interesting. No, there's no limit to the number of loops. We've done... Probably by this point, including the ones, I mean, if we count everyone, we're probably getting close to 100 loops. I don't know if that's true or not, but... Okay. Well, we'll mull this over while we take our second break. Cool. Be back in just a couple minutes while we run some ads. Hang tight. Okay. We're back. So basically, we just need to go find bodies to talk to. And I don't think it needs to be at the ranch. So, we'll go. Let's go to Kuiper Belt first. I don't know if it's gonna spurn. I don't remember if Anita had any connection to Riley other than being in Rue Valley and knowing her, but we'll see. Okay. But we can't talk to her yet. We'll see what Travis has to say. If not, we'll waste time until Anita comes inside.
Hey, welcome to Kuiper. I'm Travis.
Riley
You
Anderson.
look like you could really use a drink.
Do you know Riley Anderson?
Anderson.
He pauses for a second, brow creasing, lips shifting like he's powering through a deadlift.
Ah, Riley. She's cool, super nice, and gives off that easygoing vibe. Oh, and a great tipper.
Anything else?
Listen, bud.
100 Restream messages. Whoop whoop.
I know she's a local girl, but not much more than that. But, you don't need a setup guy.
Not what's happening here.
Just muster up the courage when you see her and say something nice. You might be surprised by the result.
No. I was just wondering what she does for a living, that's all.
Sure. Last I heard, she's with Coral Destiny. Not sure what her role is, but I'm pretty certain she's the only local on their A team.
Oral Destiny? What does she do there?
Never asked. I know she's with their space program, but whether she's aiming to be an astronaut or something else, no idea.
Alas, the guy's truly a professional, so you're probably not going to get much more out of him. Okay, we got a little, but nothing actually useful. Can we do anything with our phone? No. All right. Phone back. Let's play the game until Anita comes in. Oh, Anita goes to the roof? All right, well, this entire loop's about to be gone. That's fine. I'm going to break my own record. That's the spirit. Cocky. Hopeful. Tragic. You've tamed the machine enough to think you've earned a new challenge. Time for something bigger and meaner. You slide in a coin, hit helicopter, and the machine bathes you in command prompts, overblown advertising, and the prelude to your next adventure. What's this now? Look at the controls. Now this is a flying machine, or at least a very confident lie. Look at the ad. It's for Coral Destiny's next big initiative, Sky Commute. Replace taxis with rotorcraft. Think of them as casual urban helicopters. Ambitious, no doubt. Deranged, probably, but ambitious. Let's play. Countdown begins, familiar, now almost ritualistic. You're in the cockpit. The world outside hums like a distant dream. The rotors above thrum like a heartbeat. Tail rotor failure. The screen starts to spin in a violent centrifugal nightmare. Ooh. Initiate auto-rotation by cutting power to the rotor system. The spin slows. You're not flying, you're falling with purpose. The glide is brutal, but it's controlled. The light turns to green, the rotor is working properly, and you continue the flight. The sound of voices makes you realize there are passengers behind you, muffled, terrified voices with desperation rising. They're pleading for a pilot to tell them this isn't how they die. Luckily for them, on the right side of the console is a small, grimy microphone. You lean in. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. A hush settles behind you. They're listening now. It seems your words worked. The chaos behind you softens. The runway stretches ahead. You begin your descent. Updraft is gone. You begin to lose altitude. Fast. Cut collective? Let it drop in a controlled manner. You lower the collective pitch. Descent becomes intentional. You're not crashing. You're guiding the fall. You're almost home. The screen floods red. You failed. In all caps, just to make it sting. You didn't land the helicopter. You hurled it into the ground like it owed you money. In addition, you earned a time penalty. Let's see where that landed you. 37th. You're climbing, slowly, like someone who just realized the mountain was real. Enter your name. What'll it be? It's Eugene. Let's go. Your legacy reduced to 3 blinking glyphs. Alright. Time passes. Okay. I'm surprised that when Jason busts in here, that he's not somebody we can talk to. We still don't really know what he's doing here. Besides he's in a meeting, I guess, but... yeah, still nothing, so... She stares into the distance as the wind draws wavy shapes with her veil. God damn it. Tell me about Riley. You suck. Okay. Well, I think we've gotten everything we can get out of this place, which was literally nothing. We'll get in the car and drive, but we're not going to get anywhere. The next loop will go to the old mine. So we have Ben and Walter. That's it. If Ben and Walter don't give us anything, I guess we go try to talk to Alex again. Okay. Oh. I guess I forgot that I've been able to zoom in and out of places. To the old mine. The nice thing, this game does have a lot of things going on. There's a lot of things that we have to, you know, sort out a certain way to uncover, and they leave a lot of hints of things. Like, for example, the thing that was bothering me this whole time, like, how do I get this car to this place by nightfall? And now that we've got that figured out, it's just like one of those things that stuck with me for so long. It was just like extra rewarding when we figured it out. I guess I can talk to Dana too. There we go. Ben, you and Riley were close. It's important we talk about her. He stares at you with empty eyes, glassy like he's on the verge of bursting into tears. I'm sure he's also like, who the hell are you? We've never met in person. Hello, you there. About Riley. Your efforts only lead to one thing, tears. He starts sobbing. He's been trying to hold back the flood. We just met, for crying out loud. You leave a certain type of impression on others, or maybe he's just up in the head. Best to ask him. What's wrong? Why are you crying? Was it because I mentioned Riley?
Riley, yeah.
Oh.
I saw her recently.
He lets out sounds like something between a laugh and a groan.
We talked.
like we hadn't in so long. It really moved me.
Moved you how exactly?
She was different. She acted like she hadn't in some time. It reminded me of some things.
The question stirs him again. He cries a bit, then settles down like he remembered something.
It gets easier here when I come to Dana.
Easier how?
She offers me a hand of salvation, makes my life better, or less dark.
Is she growing him like weed in her hydroponics farm?
Yeah, it feels good at first, but then it all turns black and starts sinking deeper.
Or some kind of, I mean, she doesn't just, I mean, she's like mutating stuff. It's probably like some crazy weed. Could mean anything from wrapping him in her experimental plants to washing him in the nutrient-rich waters. What is this hand of salvation?
Yeah, exactly that.
It's a strain. He goes silent, staring ahead, withdrawn, unreachable. Anyway, about Riley. His eyes fill with tears again. Just the sound of her name stabs him like a knife. Maybe, but she's the one I need to ask about. You'll need to figure this one out. He's in no state to talk about her now. At least the culprit is clear. The hand of salvation Dana keeps feeding him. Okay. Well, we had our first conversation with Ben, finally. And we learned stuff. He's not going to spill anything about Riley while he's in that state. Make sure Ben is not on drugs. Ben seems to be too high to help with anything right now, but he definitely knows something about Riley. Dana Peters is Ben's supplier, and she gives him the drugs during the 47 minutes of the loop. All you have to do is stop her from doing that. Wait, so now I have to try to get here even earlier? Okay, we know we need to talk to Dana, but let's have one more quick, since we're here, let's talk with Walter quick. I don't think this is going to amount to much. Walter doesn't know anything about anything right now. Oh, see? He's not even orange. Oh, I hope that wasn't the sound of the internet going down. Dana will let you in as soon as you ring that extravagantly super high-tech intercom. I would like to come in, please.
It's not exactly in accordance. Screw Coral Destiny's protocol.
Oh, yeah. That's right. You don't know me. You did know me.
Hiya! So sorry about that. And don't you worry about the chemicals. They are all organic in origin.
Okay. Let's start with Riley. Can you tell me anything about your coworker, Riley Anderson?
As of a couple of days ago, ex-coworker, mind you.
She said with a hint of sass.
I never collaborated with her professionally as my work is independent of most of the company. But personally, I'm sorry she decided to leave us.
Okay, maybe not sass.
Most of Coral Destiny's employees truly believe the company pitch, and it makes them behave like a cult. Riley wasn't like that.
Do you know anything about her past here in Rue Valley?
I know little. She had a tragic life. Her father died before she was even born. Her mother died in an accident when Riley was 12 years old. That would break most people, but not Riley. Tough as titanium nails, that one. What remained of her family contributed to keeping her sane, surely. Frank, an older brother, and the people that practically adopted both of them and gave them a home, the Flemings, Benjamin especially. He was like the dad Riley never had.
Oh, I think I do remember that now. Boy, these conversations happened a long time ago. We're talking actual weeks, I think, in real time.
The Flemings are the people who own the Rue Valley Motel, you know?
Yep. All that explains why Riley is wreaking havoc on the motel's vending machine. Pent-up rage.
Could be. Although, since that machine has a habit of eating coins, I can't say I blame Riley.
That's how you know you live in a small town. When you can all, like, quickly identify how awful a specific vending machine is.
But, as I said, Riley is tough as nails. That's why she would be an amazing colonist. A pity, really.
What did Riley do at Coral Destiny?
She trained to be a colonist, which means everything. Kidding.
Okay.
But not really. Every future Martian needs to be a jack of all trades, capable of filling almost any role temporarily or permanently. Every irreplaceable individual is a danger to the colony. Which means that Riley went through a variety of training courses, from comms to advanced first aid to mech engineering and robotics, basic hydroponics.
So the only time she could have heard a message from space was during comms training?
Yes? It's possible even afterwards. Every future colonist is on rotational duty in Star Command's comms center.
Star Command? Boy, they're really leaning into it.
But who do you think Riley heard? Aliens?
Message from Judy Resnick. Oh. Bad dog. Bad moose. Bad moose.
Unfortunately, the whole shift heard Resnick's last message before the guiding light exploded, before Judy went EVA. Must have been horrible for Riley. To hear what would become the last words of her friend without being able to respond, say goodbye.
It's clear that she doesn't know anything about Judy's message. That's it. Thanks very much. Does this take place on Earth? Yes, it does take place on Earth, but this Coral Destiny company that kind of operates in the background of things is a company dedicated to space travel and colonization of Mars.
No, thank you. I don't have many chances to gossip with somebody who doesn't know everybody else around here.
That's a good point. All right, make sure Ben is not on drugs. Listen, whatever you're giving Ben, it's not helping. Quite the opposite, it's hurting him.
What nonsense is this? He's never complained about any side effects.
I'm telling you, it's devastating him emotionally.
This isn't about whether I believe you, it's about facts and evidence.
Okay, you suck.
So whatever you think is happening to Ben can't be real. Impossible.
Yeah, you suck. This isn't going anywhere. You'll need a different angle. Ooh, emotional check. We have passed exactly one of these in this entire game. And based on how our stats are currently aligned, I think we're going to stay at 1. Nailed it. Show her your empathic side. Emphatic side? Emphatic side. We got there. It took some tries, but we got there. That you feel the depths of Ben's personal hell. That you care, really care. Maybe I wasn't clear. I can literally sense the sorrow and the horror Ben is going through while under the influence. Her eyes betray a conflux of confusion and curiosity as she casts a quick glance towards your own, checking if you're high right now.
What do you mean, literally? You have a connection to Ben or something?
I have been speaking to him for literal months, but we just met moments ago. Go ahead and riddle that out in your noodle. Maybe it's you who lacks empathy since you don't feel anything at all.
So, I'm the problem now?
This has gone sideways. We'll try again tomorrow. I wouldn't call you the problem, but you're definitely not helping with the solution.
Maybe the real problem is that you're missing a screw in your head telling me such nonsense.
We've dealt with some frustrating individuals in this game, but Dana right now, just the way, like her tone and like the way that she's coming back at us with this, I'm like, I hate you to pieces right now.
Let's drop this story. I've got serious work to do and no time to waste on this nonsense.
Ew, I hate you. Your words don't matter. She simply can't feel what you feel. You have to try something else entirely. I can dig out something about Ben to show her I truly care. Whatever you do, she needs to take you seriously, not as an emphatic clown. That's a tough word when you don't see it coming. It's a little bit strange when you're in a spot that doesn't glow orange when that goes off. Just the letters trailing across the screen. Okay. So now, let's see. She won't budge. You have to use your time loop skills and dig up some dirt about either her or Ben. Something that will trigger an emotional reaction, something you can use. Okay. Okay. Well, now it feels like we need to talk to Anita. Anita should be able to give us something on Ben. Although I guess, worst case, we could just go talk to Ben again and try to extend that conversation. Anita, dear. You gotta pass time to get her to the roof. Oh man, this feels like it could be a waste. Until Anita goes to the roof. Can we go for our high score again? Accomplish something? Machine is yours to control, to dominate. Okay. Go ahead and clink sharply. Confirmation tone follows once selected. Oh man. Look at the command list. This one's serious. Primary descent systems, flight stabilization protocols, emergency overrides. The whole thing reads like an operator's manual. Shut up that stupid phone. You've got the hang of this by now, but still it's a lot. Let's watch the cinematic. Set to stirring music, the 3-minute video walks you through the history of flight from cloth wings and flailing limbs to trans-atmospheric shuttles and orbital probes. It ends on the face of a woman whose voice narrated the whole thing. At Coral Destiny, we're ready to leap from the shoulders of giants and go further than anyone ever dreamed. Join us. Let's turn dreams into destiny. Propaganda, it's everywhere. Dude, the fact that you have this ring happening because of the time and I can't silence it is, you need to fix that. It's a corporation. What did you expect? That they'd skip the perfect moment to sell you a future with their name on it? Begin descent. The countdown initiates. Please pass time. The screen shifts blackness, depthless and infinite, studded with plastic stars. Below Earth, a pale blue marble cradled in the dark. It's just CGI, rendered lighting and programmed perspective, but still it gets to you. It does look spectacular. Yet it frames everything, your victories, regrets, hopes, dreams, your entire... Okay, I'm gonna actually buzz through this because I cannot deal with that phone ringing. Open aux heat vent, stabilize the shuttle. Secondary vent release a burst of steam and glowing plasma. Temperature start to stabilize. Okay. But we gotta get the high score. This is the worst combination of things that could happen. Reroute non-essential power to the screen. It worked. Runway's in sight now, still distant but drawing closer. Screen lurches, shuttle begins to spin. Gyroscope snaps into madness, twisting and dragging the shuttle into a dance you didn't ask for. Deploy atmospheric stabilizers. Manual flaps extend. You've landed flawlessly. 15th place. Enter your name. Huge. Continue playing the game. Speed up time. Thank God. That was an oversight. The fact that you let the ring, the phone continue to ring for the entirety of that is... Patch that. Patch that. Alright, chase her to the roof. Still can't talk to Jason. Oh my god, are you serious? Give me juice on Ben. Give me deets. You did give me a bunch already. I'm surprised we don't have enough to pull from as it stands. God damn it. All right, well, that's the end of this loop. Okay, so we have to go straight to the old mine, I guess, and have another conversation with Ben. Kaboom! Alright, well, we can't ask about Riley, but maybe... I don't think there's any correlate or any connection between Alex and Ben. There shouldn't be any connection between Walter and Ben. If there is, I don't know what it is, or I don't remember it. So it's got to come from Ben. I don't think there's anyone else that I can even talk to. I like how we get there right as the lightning strikes. Ask Ben about Riley again? There's no point in talking to him. He's... Okay. Oh, let's see what the internet has to say about Dana Peters. There we go. If all else fails, Google. What are you hoping to find? She's spirited, sure, but if she ever left a mark, it was probably in chalk on some lab board washed away before the internet even thought to notice. Just curious, you never know with people. Ever heard of the tale of the inquisitive feline? No? Lucky for you. Dana vibes like a certified cat lady. So what are you going to search for first? We got options. Dr. Dana Peters. Does she even have a PhD? Probably handling a job like that suggests it, but it hardly narrows things down. Add Rue Valley to your search. We funnel it down to about a dozen social media profiles, and funnily enough, the Rue Valley Ornithology Bureau. Still too many to sift through, and the clock isn't slowing down. We narrowed it down to Rue Valley, like the tiniest town on the planet, and that wasn't enough. Coral Destiny? 2 solid leads lie before you. Her Coral Destiny bio and an academic paper titled Anthropogenic Triggers and the Prospect of Planetary Uninhabitability published by Green Sphere Journal. Let's read a random passage. Anthropogenic perturbations, i.e. cumulative processes such as fossil fuel combustion, large-scale land use, change, and biosphere degradation are not isolated stressors, but rather function as synergistic forces that exacerbate systemic vulnerabilities. Sounds a smidge more complicated than anything you've experienced talking with her. It claims to be peer-reviewed. Let's see what the reviewers say. Not many kind words. Apparently, these science types can get pretty catty, speculative, fear-mongering, doomsayer, hack, and those are some of the kinder ones. One even twisted her own words to mock her. Switch uni for prison, and this is what you get. Systemic cognitive degradation. Wait, prison? Maybe it's a metaphor. Search Dana Peters' criminal record. Well, that's a curveball. You stumbled onto an old news bulletin that reads, Cedarville, October 5th, 2009. Dana Peters, age 25, was convicted today for her involvement in the deliberate release of an unidentified pathogen among oil extraction personnel, resulting in severe, systemic, yet non-lethal illness in several miners. Facing charges of eco-terrorism, Peters pleaded not guilty to one of 2 counts, but was ultimately sentenced to 1 year in prison without the possibility of appeal or parole. Wowzers. The authorities have not disclosed additional information pertaining to potential motives or the nature of the released pathogen, nor confirmed the existence of any prior criminal record associated with Peters. Damn, who knew she had it in her? Say you slipped it into the conversation. Figure there's enough here to make her see things your way? What? Blackmail her? I'd never stoop so low. Come on, don't pretend you're not already at rock bottom, shovel in hand, seeing if you can dig yourself even lower. I did kill a guy. The loop will undo it as it is, so there's no harm done. And you've done far worse than this, don't pretend otherwise. Remember Alex? Talk about going out with a bang. Well, okay then. At the age of 25, she was convicted for her involvement in the deliberate release of an unidentified pathogen. She spent a year in prison. Okay, let's talk about jail, shall we? Let's ignore the protocol together.
Always for breaking some rules. Screw Coral Destiny's protocols.
Spoken like a true felon.
Hiya! So sorry about that sterilization procedure, but
Again,
it's necessary in a facility of this
she keeps
type.
saying that, but nothing's happening. I don't think it's
And
working.
Don't you worry about the chemicals. They are all organic in origin.
You know what? Maybe we can keep prison time in the back pocket, because I have a new option. Tell her that Ben's motel will be acquired by the bank. Do I be Eugene Harrow? Why would... Okay, that doesn't... Okay. I don't want to do this one because it makes no sense as to why he would be here. Eugene Harrow.
Nice to meet you, Eugene Harrow. I'm Dana Peters.
Your hand is warm, the grip sincere. Listen, Ben. I mean Mr. Fleming. He's about to lose the motel.
But how? With all those Coral Destiny tours, the place should be doing just fine.
He's acting irresponsible, almost like he's under the influence of narcotics.
What you describe sounds more like Ben himself than something caused by a substance.
You will deny it every step of the way, won't you?
He has always been irresponsible ever since I met him. And when Anita left, things only went further downhill. She used to take care of all the day-to-day matters.
So you give him drugs?
Robin took on as much as she could, but she's still young, inexperienced. A child, so to speak.
This might be the worst person in this game.
So, if what you're saying is true, it's not about any substance. It's about Ben and the kind of person he is.
Where's my punch her button? Still, this is only your first attempt. Persistence might still pay off. Hold on. Is that... Oh, shoot.
Yes?
We gotta start over, aren't we? Try to blackmail her about prison time. We don't have a lot of time, though. Best to do this next loop before she gets a chance to meet you. Alright. Then you can pretend to be someone of importance for the effect, not because you like it. Okay. Well, alright. Oh. Why is this orange now? Calling it Dana's workstation feels like a gross oversimplification, but the name works. You notice a lonely business card casually left next to it. Well, something science-y that requires a PhD or two, just to name a few. The card, though, it's basically screaming, look at me. So shift your focus from all that other stuff and take a closer look. Zero in on the card. Dr. Dana Peters, head of Food and Medicine Department, Coral Destiny. Underneath, a perfectly boring corporate-style email and phone number. Definitely not personal. You're almost disappointed. Somehow you cram this boring but oh-so-important info into your mind. Why was that important? Because we have her work phone number now? Branch and leave the car. Now. There we go. You got her phone number and email address. Good for you. Thanks. Okay, well, we can't do anything here. Well, we can call. Any Wi-Fi connections out here in the acid river? You should go to a civilized area if you want to use internet. All right. Thought I'd check. Go to the old mine. We'll check our phone as soon as we get here. We have Wi-Fi on the screen. Not the screen. Check available Wi-Fi. No, I don't need to do that. Okay, well, we're done using the phone for stuff. All right, let's go blackmailer. Let's ignore protocol altogether. What, so it did leave the hint that I should be somebody other than myself. I don't really know the point of that in most applications, since
Hiya! So sorry
nobody
about that
knows me.
sterilization procedure, but it's necessary in a facility. And don't you worry about the chemicals.
Okay, blackmail. J.J. Lawson, private investigator, or Eugene Harrow. This should be Eugene Harrow.
An old school greeting. I'm honored, Mr. Harrow. I'm Dana Peters.
She dips into a mock aristocratic curtsy like a lady from centuries past. Something you would expect during a ball at the K Ranch House. Listen, I know who you were in your past life.
Really? What was I? A plant? Hopefully something fruit-bearing.
A terrorist.
Oh, that again. I was hoping for something far more original and fun.
Damn it. That didn't have the effect I was hoping for.
And you're sharing this little revelation with me because...
I want you to stop giving drugs to Ben.
That won't happen. First, because it helps him. My remedy works. Second, my employers already know about my past. Nice try, though, but blackmail won't work with me.
Shoot.
What I don't understand is, why you? What's your connection to Ben?
I'm trying to help myself and Ben.
Strange way of helping him, blackmailing me. But whatever, I've got work later. You can see yourself out.
Can we threaten to murder her plants? You tried using the loss of the motel against her, it didn't work. Now, blackmailing failed too. Every attempt to sway Dana has fallen flat. She hardly flinched when you pressed her about her criminal past, just as she barely blinked when you told her Ben was losing the motel. It seems that you are stuck. I didn't dig long enough? Instead of digging up old secrets, maybe focus on what is already happening. Ben is falling apart from the crap she's feeding him, like a corpse packed with maggots dropped from the sky to burst open on the dirt below. Gross analogy. Maybe you should show her. Let her see what this shit really does to him, instead of the happiness she thinks she's providing. I could try convincing her over the phone. Maybe calling the cops will stop her. I don't think so. Cody's a lazy piece of shit. Just waiting for him to write your concerns and a report will take longer than the loop itself. Good point. Chances are he already knows all about Dana's activities around here and won't lift his ass out of the chair to stop them. Try convincing her over the phone? You're nobody to her. She won't believe a stranger without proof. That's fine. Could make her come outside when it happens. You could, but it won't help. What you need is for her to see what she's doing to him before she hands him the goods. Well, I'm out of ideas. The only way is for Dana to witness Ben's descent into the pit of sadness before it happens in the loop. Which means you'll need to record it and send it to her. How am I supposed to keep the video safe from the loop reset? Frank's phone doesn't reset. You just need to check what state it's in. Oh my god, the battery's been dead for months. I gotta fix it. Battery's dead, I'll need to charge it first. Problem by problem, solution by solution. And we can charge his phone at Kuiper's Belt. But you came up with a new approach. Gather some hard loop resistant evidence that will surely show her what these drugs are actually doing to the poor man. Check Frank's phone. You need a decent battery level and enough free space. I'll be sure to let him know. Oh, now I can check his car. Maybe there's something inside that can help me get to Dana. The car is your oyster if you want to poke around. Reach in through the half-open window and pull the handle from the inside. That secret agent maneuver was cool and all, but unnecessary. The door was already unlocked. Driver's seat tilts awkwardly under your weight, probably from years of compensating for a missing leg. What? I'm on the wrong side of the car to be going in the driver's seat, and Ben's right by the door. Despite Ben keeping a tidy car, the age shows. Still, every crease has been smoothed as if order could patch up old wounds. So what now? Where will you check? Sun visor. Nothing. Not even a license or registration card tucked up there. Under the seats? The condition of the driver's seat makes it a bit tricky as it shifts to and fro. When you do finally manage, your hand grasps a whole lot of nothing. The radio. It's already on, playing a wistful tune that's slowly immersing you like thick molasses. The system is spinning an old CD, though the case is nowhere to be found, and most likely the disc hasn't been taken out in years. Turn down the volume. I don't know why I did that. You've returned the knob to its original spot. Now that you know the radio's on, you can still hear it barely, but it's there. The glove compartment. The glove box coughs up a whole mess of junk, spilling it across the passenger seat and onto the floor. Check the pile on the floor. As you sift through it, brushing past crumpled papers, a few things stand out. A stuffed flashlight, a pack of nicotine patches, unopened, a tire pressure gauge with its numbers half faded, and a worn, folded-up photograph. Okay, let's start with the flashlight. It feels light. Lighter than it should. A quick shake confirms it. No weight, no batteries, no power. Check the unopened pack of nicotine patches. It's a trivial mystery, but a mystery all the same. The car doesn't carry so much as a whisper of cigarette smoke, yet the nicotine patches in the glove box are still sealed. Which begs the question, who are they for? Could be he was looking for a buzz before Dana introduced something better? How boring and probably true. Examine the tire pressure gauge? I guess. It's an option. No great revelation here. It's exactly what it seems to be. A bit vintage, maybe, but nothing else. And examine the picture. It's folded twice. When you open it, the intersecting crease lands dead across the face of one of the figures on it. The one on the left, a tall woman cradling a baby, head bowed so you can't discern her features. There's something familiar in her posture, though. It's Anita. Well, duh. Which makes the baby Robin. The remaining pair, a young man in his early 20s, stuffed into a suit a size too big, smiling awkwardly as he's supporting the guy with the obscured face. And beside him, a preteen girl with arms crossed, one leg stretched toward the camera, chin tilted up in quiet defiance. Those two must be Frank and Riley, no question about it. Doesn't exactly look like a reminder of happier times, but there's no mistaking how much the picture is cherished. Okay, let's go through the mess on the seat. Just a wad of papers and an empty binder. Let's look at the binder. It's blue with a touch of filigree embossing in the upper right corner. Check the papers. Almost everything here is car business, insurance, warranty, emissions certificate, and roadside assistance info. But tucked among them, like Ben tried to hide it from himself and the world, two stapled pages stand out. Report from New Horizon Bank. Tax foreclosure notice of default. Quite a mouthful, but put simply, it's the official warning that the Rue Valley motel will be repossessed by the bank because of the lack of mortgage payments, with transfer of ownership set to take effect in the coming weeks. Tried telling Dana about this, worked like shit. Maybe the approach was right, but the information wrong. Keep digging. Okay. That open up anything we can talk about with Ben? We got next to no time left. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay. Well, I think we're done here. We can go in the mine, but for what reason, I don't know. We'll drive south until the loop ends. Move the branch and leave the car. Okay, I'll be honest, I got distracted by the car and I forget what we were looking for. Lone Wolf, what's up, buddy? Frank's phone. That's right. Okay, we need to go to Kuiper Belt. I'm enjoying this game like a whole bunch, but this final little section, and even into the last stream we did, it does feel like it's starting to drag on a little bit. There's some steps that need to be taken to gather more information that just it feels like a bit much. How goes the looping? It goes good. Like I was just you caught me mid minor complaint. But it's just, we've learned some really exciting things today, and we've gotten some places, but it just feels like the pace at which we're pushing things forward, even though we know exactly kind of what to do, it's bogged down by some arbitrary stuff. And now we wait. Okay, so we have it charging. Leave. Will it stay there then? I don't actually know how this charger works. You left the phone at the Kuiper Belt. Okay. Well, it'll stay there then. I think we can just kind of end the loop, to be honest. I can't think of anything else that we could do right now. This is like the only thing we have going. Until the loop ends. Oh my god, I hope that phone doesn't start ringing again. Ready for the big leagues. Master the machine completely. Awesome. Every twitch, every blink, every stubborn subsystem. Now comes the ultimate run. 1 coin, all 3 vehicles, no retries, fastest time. This is it. I feel ready. Let's go then. Let's find out what you're really made of. Space shuttle. Or we gotta do the helicopter again. We definitely failed that one. Panic passengers, reassured, descent, controlled collapse into grace, strong opening. You're not just striving, you're thriving. Surviving, you're thriving. Oh, we get to do all 3. Close to the end, though, right? Yeah, but as when I like go through my mind map and think of all the things we have going on, I don't know if we're going to see a conclusion today or not, because there's still a lot of things we have to kind of patch together. Space shuttle. Perfect, perfect. Top score. Judy the pilot, the one who trained in Coral Destiny simulations, who left the ghost of herself behind in code. If you do this, you erase her, one of the last traces, one of the few things that endured. Then let it stay. Human choice. Sentimental in a way. Somewhat pointless, the loop will reset it anyway, but still, it's your choice. 2 inspiration. Still, what you did was extraordinary. Pride flickers in your chest, a rare moment of pure earned joy. this, you were supposed to go to the end of the loop. Oh no, did I lose my method of... Oh no. How do I... Shoot. That was supposed to be my way to the end of the loop. Why would it shut that off? I guess I could grab that book. Alright, let's grab the book, I guess. Take the book. Kill some time with the book. Until... Oh, until Frank's phone is charged. Well... We're not gonna have time... Well, once Frank's phone is charged, then it's charged, then we can end the loop whenever. I'm not gonna read all this. Okay. Did I answer your question, Lone Wolf? Yes, we should be close to the end. There's just a couple things I think left to do, but there's the things that I think need to be complete. I'm like, there has to be multiple steps to each, and I just don't know if time is gonna give us enough. So Delilah no longer screams when Nemo gets grabbed by the divers. She covers her eyes for that entire part now. Oh, she's been affected. She's protecting herself. It's reaching 25%. I'll let it charge a bit more. Okay, yeah, we need a we need a good amount of battery. Let's go back. I guess let's go back to our book. Let's just finish the loop. Did you run out of points? You already used it. Oh. Until the loop ends. Charge, charge, charge. I can't believe I just gave you a free hydrate, Kate. Man. Don't respect the sanctity of... Alright. We'll count it for Alpha. Don't respect the sanctity of channel point redemptions. Unbelievable. Check if there's any deformities in the paper that would indicate where to start from. Oh. It's all part of the experience. Be a detective. How much battery are we gonna get up to? I kind of think we need it full. Close your eyes. You know, this game would be nice if you could just kind of skip some of this. Yeah, you start here, but it'd be nice to just like, where would you like to start your next loop? And just be like, I'd like to go to Kuiper's Belt to get the phone, and just have it launch you there next loop instead of starting here and having to take the steps. There's just a couple of quality of life things that could kind of speed this process up, because you are doing this so many times. And granted, it hasn't been as grating as it could be. It hasn't bothered me that much, but it is something I'm noticing here now when I'm trying to like piece the puzzle together at the end here. It's just a bit more obvious. So it'd be nice to just, you know, loop ends, loading screen, back at Kuiper's Belt the next day, I can grab the phone fully charged. Or at least somewhat charged. And it's, yeah, I mean, it's, because it's only been... Let's take the book. I might just... Can I... Wait, kill some time. Never mind. Okay, so that's as charged, I guess, as Frank's phone gets. About Oppenheimer, they thought there was a chance that they would destroy the universe when they unleashed the bomb, so creating a time loop could have been a possibility. Yeah, Yeah, they went into some cool discussion about that. I remember I watched it on a plane, so it wasn't the most ideal time to watch it, but they also talked about like detonating it could set the entire ozone layer on fire. I remember. Yeah. This is some crazy stuff. Okay, we got Frank's phone. No, that's the book. Don't do the book. You know, you can charge the phone whenever you need it. Okay. Frank's phone. The edges of the phone are worn and bruised like cobwebs. Okay, yes. Make sure Ben is not on drugs. See if Frank's junk phone can record videos. Takes a while for the camera app to boot up and you automatically switch to video mode. It works, but the quality won't be great. Old phone, old lens. However, the recording icon is grayed out. A classic sign the memory's full. Something has to be cleared first. Which means deleting files from the phone. The biggest ones are usually photos and videos. Enter the video gallery. It's crammed with files like no one's touched them in years. Doesn't really matter what you delete, they're just memories of a dead man anyway. Still, the phone doesn't reset. Once you delete something, it's gone for good. Effed up choices are in front of you. So which pile do you want to start cutting into? Delete a video. Plenty of those, you have to choose one. Delete a random video. Scroll aimlessly through the list and stop on one by pure chance. The thumbnail shows Judy, dated April 2025. Blocked by impatient. If I can't save it, I can try to remember it. I kind of want that to work, actually, but... Get into the trash it goes! All this is a waste of time, even in a time loop. Circle spins, message appears, video deleted. You just need more space. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Let's delete some photos? There's a mountain of them. Which pile of memories do you think deserves the axe first? Delete memes and shared photos. Like most people, he never bothered to turn off autosave for media. Years later, the phone is crammed with junk. The circle spins as the phone churns and all background churns in the background, and then gone, all of it. Good riddance. Indeed. Still, it's only freed up a sliver of space. You'll need to delete more. Okay, delete another video. Delete the last video. You arrange a list of files by date, and on the top is a recording from January 2027. The thumbnail looks almost pitch black. Part of me wishes I could watch these, but I'm blocked by my impatience. Congratulations, you've turned memories into a minigame. Classy. After a short pause, the file is gone, another candle snuffed out. Almost ready for recording. Let's delete more photos. Older photos. Scroll down to the earliest ones. Familiar things, places appear. Frank's car, motel, the gas station outside and inside the shop. A selfie with Maxine, both of them laughing, loud and carefree, a moment you almost envy. Keep only this photo. If only you could send it to her, but that would just be another futile attempt at preserving the unpreservable. That should do it. You deleted a number of memories. Shit ton of old memes. Funny, isn't it? How even junk like that sparks hesitation. Proof that everything on this phone is wired to make you want to keep it. Bunch of old photos. Fragments of a time when Frank and crew were still happy, more or less. Certainly happier than they are now. Weird Frank's celebration of Judy's birthday. Disturbing, pathetic, tragic. Take your pick. You can really judge him. Can't really judge him for it, though grief isn't rational. Last moments of Judy and Frank. Now that memory joined both of them in nothingness. They can linger there for all eternity. They're all gone, unless Frank shared them with someone, and knowing him, he probably didn't. How do you feel about it? I would have avoided it if I could. Anyone would, but the truth is you didn't. You chose necessity over mercy. That choice is yours now, whether you like it or not. Be that as it may, the phone is ready to record. Okay. It's 8:09. We should have time to get to the old mine, I think. Because we gotta stop here anyways. Don't be so impatient. I can't help it. The consequences of making your character in this game are poignant. I used all my points thinking that was a good move, and then in hindsight, it feels like that was a bad move. I should have used no points because I failed like all but one of my decision checks too. Oh well. Game likes to waste your time. Yeah, it's bloated in places. It doesn't always feel like it's necessarily a waste of time, but there are definitely things that it's like, we probably didn't need that. You silence your phone as the mystery of the caller's identity gently teases you. Okay. I've had a great time with it though. I think it is very good. I'm just noticing that bloat a little bit more here at the end. But it's been a fun game. It's been a fun world. There's just a lot of loose ends still, and I'm wondering how they all wrap up. All right, 8:42. So we gotta take a video of Ben. Record Ben in his devastated state. You need the perfect spot, close enough to capture everything, but hidden well enough that Ben won't see you. This is probably not the spot then. The old elevator looks like a perfect hiding place. Perfect. Traffic being stopped by the roadblock works in your favor, too. No one passing by to ruin the shot. You're set. The angle is solid. You won't need much zoom. With any luck, sound will come through as well. Just in time, he buries his head in his hands and starts to cry. Action. Ben starts to cry harder, his body trembling. Sounds spill from him, something between weeping, moaning, and a jagged laugh. No man in a sane state of mind would ever let out such a noise. His misery bursts like a broken dam, black waters of pain and fear flooding the ground around him. Even through the lens, you can feel it seeping towards you. That drug is giving him a really bad trip. One can only hope whatever benefit it once offered was worth this collapse you're witnessing. He pauses for a moment, drawing in a deep breath and holding it, almost as if he's wrestled the storm back under control. But then it breaks through again. The sobbing returns, his head shaking, body trembling. Perhaps something set him off, and he simply couldn't bear the weight anymore. He just snapped. Boy, he has so many things. Losing the motel, probably. Yes, that has to sit at the very top of the list. It's hard to even imagine what it feels like to watch everything you've built just vanish. Feels like that sobbing, shaking, and then flat on his back, arms crossed over his chest, unnaturally still. Maybe he ran out of juice. The drug meant for outer space slams into him like a comet, burning everything out, at least for now. That's enough. Anyone with eyes can see what's happening here. Okay, I guess we're going to be nosy and record a little longer. Maybe something interesting will happen. He just lies there, motionless but breathing. Eventually, a strangled cry slips out, half dream, half despair, and then silence again. He's asleep, or close enough. Stop recording. When the time is right, you have the Wi-Fi, you can send it to Dana. Well, okay, so now I'm going to have to probably go... Okay. Okay, got it. So we're going to have to... do it before she gives the drugs to Ben. Okay, so we got to finish this loop. Yeah, we got to finish this loop and then go to K Ranch, get on the Wi-Fi, send the email, and then come back here. Saying that, it sounds like, oh man, we got all these steps to follow. But really, it is kind of fun puzzling it out. And like, because everything that you do, for the most part, it makes sense. It's rational in how you would approach it. Which, again, all of the credit in the world when trying to write a time loop thing. That's. It feels like the. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. If everything just makes sense the way it's being approached. Okay. Quickly, to the ranch. Oh, wrong exit. Actually, we could send it from Kuiper Belt. That's just a short walk. Let's do that. Kuiper Belt is actually closer than the ranch. Yeah, it's those scenes specifically where it's like we really don't need that to see the passage of time. $808. Yes, I think that would have been faster. Faster than going to the ranch, that is. All right. Yep. Email Ben's video to Dana. You open Frank's email account and start a new message. As you type her address, it autofills already saved in his contacts. Maybe Frank was also a customer of Dana's products. He didn't strike you as a type, then again, Rue Valley is full of surprises. Attach the file to the email. You tap the paperclip icon in the corner and select the video. A moment later, the file sits there, loaded, ready for send-off. Cursor blinks in the subject line, waiting. We can only do one thing. Just hit send. Not worth the effort. Okay. It's gone. For better or worse. The phone rings. Probably Dana's reply. That was fast. I'm patient. Skim through it. Thanks for reaching out. He seemed fine. I'll talk to him. Thanks again. That's the gist. Now, all that's left is to head to your hydroponics and see what actions you've set in motion. Off to the farm, then. Okay. Here sits a man dazed and confused like he's expected to dive into blissful stupor but got a lecture instead. A big one. Ooh. It worked. To what effect? We'll find out after the break. Hold on, everybody. I will be back in about 3 minutes. Yes. Hold, please. Okay. Welcome back. I did a little sleuthing, and I think this is the case. We are in the middle of the final chapter of the game. So, I am going to push to finish it, so I'm not going to say that that was the last break. Typically, our third one is typically the last break, but if I can push to the end, we will do that. We need to talk about Riley.
Riley? Yeah, sure, just, hold on a minute. Who are you exactly?
That's fair. Your gambit worked. He sounds and acts like a normal person now. Not a man with one foot hovering over an endless pit of sorrow. Which means it's improvisation time if you want him to open up and spill the proverbial beans. Again, I don't understand why we need to use personifications of ourselves. Let's just be Eugene. I'm a big fan of Coral Destiny, probably the biggest there is. Judging by his face, you can be 99% sure his enthusiasm just flatlined. You're the who-knows-what number biggest fan to show up here and pester the locals.
Right. Business as usual then, collecting every scrap of lore about the company. I'm Ben, the motel owner and family to Riley, in a way. Speaking of which, why do you want to talk about her?
I applied for a job, and on my way there, I met her at the motel. She told me where she works, so I'm digging in for info everywhere.
Work there, past tense. Riley quit her job recently, far as I know.
When did you last talk to her?
A few days back, she showed up at the motel out of nowhere. No call or warning. I was glad to see her. Made us some coffee, poured us some numb night. Over small talk and a couple of toasts, she told me two things. She quit her job, and she was leaving Rue Valley for good. Two big shocks back to back.
There's a quiver in his tone, the sadness pushing through, though he forces himself to continue.
There was also a third thing. That one shook me more than anything else.
Stay silent, wait for him to answer.
She asked about her brother Frank, how he'd been and what he's doing. Little things like that.
What makes that one stand out so much?
You see, Riley and Frank had a fight a while ago and haven't exactly been on speaking terms since. I never understood it. If anyone had been through hell and high water together, it was them. But the fight was so bitter, it drove them apart. So Riley never mentioned Frank for years. This is why I was so stunned. Forgive me, I'm dragging you into family business. You're likely here for Coral Destiny's story, not ours.
If you're comfortable sharing, I'd be glad to listen.
We spoke a bit about Frank, then she handed me money for him. A serious amount in case he should ever need it.
You see the thought spark in his eye. He hurries to clarify before you can ask.
And no, I don't keep it on me. It's in a safe place. A bank, naturally.
Just my luck. Kidding, please continue. No, naturally.
She wanted me to encourage Frank to get help, to return to therapy with Dr. Fink, the therapist who has his office in my motel.
I'm familiar with the guy. Understandable, seeing how he was with Coral Destiny before starting his private practice. Frank attended therapy with him for some time. Why are we stopping with the voice acting? Riley kept saying Frank needed to talk about Judy's death, his ex-wife, who passed away in an accident a few years ago. That accident must have shaken all of you.
Terribly. Frank was hit the hardest, but Riley too. Judy was a close friend. In any case, she said she would leave something of importance concerning Judy with Dr. Fink, but she didn't go into details.
Whatever she gave him, Fink still holds it. You'll have to get it from him. Right now, it's the only lead you've got, making it the best.
I just realized I'm swamping you with family stories. You don't even know everyone I'm talking about. And maybe none of this is relevant.
Don't worry about it, but let me ask, why didn't she meet Frank herself?
I think she was afraid of what would happen if she faced him, that another fight would break out. Riley probably wanted to make sure he'd get the money and that special something, especially since she's leaving Rue Valley for good. Shit, I just remembered she's leaving today. This is her last day here. I just hope she saw Frank to say goodbye.
Well, they did speak before she left, but it didn't go well.
That's a shame. But like their late mother used to say, as long as they're alive, there's always another chance.
Ooh.
I can only hope that what I shared proved helpful to you, that you gained something from it.
You've given me a piece of Coral Destiny history I couldn't find anywhere else. Thank you. Next step is clear. Wait for the reset, then head to Fink. Okay, we uncovered a whole bunch of stuff. Hold the wrap up. You learned from Ben that Riley left something important with Dr. Fink and told him to give it to Frank when he gets better. Riley left something for Frank at Dr. Fink's. She left something for Frank at Dr. Fink. Did it? Nope. We got the signal. Riley has already heard Judy's message before Frank. Okay. Well, we can let this loop end. Oh. Wait, how are we going to get back to Dr. Fink? We'll wait for the loop to reset, but without... I don't know. We can get to the hotel, but we couldn't, like, select his door unless we get there. Maybe getting there right as the loop is about ending is good enough now. Move the branch, leave the car. Again, those have to be donkeys. And then to Kuiper Belt. I think we get here like at 8:08. Yeah. Kids are down for naps. Okay. You have the same color font as Kate, and I thought that was Kate saying that. And I was like, our kids are home? It was very, very jarring at first. To the motel. Did they go down nice? Kids are down, so I can finally semi-join in chat. Perfect. Well, welcome in. All right, 8:46. Sprint to Dr. Fink. Oh, it's looking good. Should we be reckless and kick the door? Well, what if we don't overreact? Let's just knock on Fink's door. He's not going to be in there, actually. Oh, wait, no, he was in the bathroom. That's right.
Mr. Harrow, what in the Earth's name? What happened?
It dawns on you. Ever since you began looping in Frank's pickup, you stopped appearing on Fink's couch. Which means that in his eyes, you vanish in front of him. Oh, you vanish in front of him every loop. Now, standing here, you can see he has things to say. A lot of things, probably. Sorry, Doc, no time to chat. Riley left something with you for Frank. I need it, whatever it is.
Riley? Frank? How do you even know about them? Are you friends? That would be a serious conflict of interest for our therapy.
Bud, don't get me started. Time is running out. The horizon will soon be lit by a fiery sky advancing like a tide of ruin that will consume everything. It's a long story, just trust me, please. He studies you carefully, searching for the truth behind your request. You'll have to give him something. I know you mean well. You want the best for both Frank and Riley. He doesn't resist this truth. He just continues to listen. Riley wanted you to help Frank. She even left money with Ben to pay for his therapy, among other things.
She mentioned that. But I'd never take money from them. It wouldn't be right.
Explains why you live in a motel.
She left me that thing. Said it might help me reach Frank. But also help me if the past still troubles me.
Is that trouble called the Guiding Light mission? He closes his eyes for a second and takes a deep breath and continues. Semblance of composure regained. But, like, for real though, bud, we just need the thing, because we have, like, a minute left.
Yes. I made a grave error. And someone close to Frank and Riley paid the price. That's why I couldn't bring myself to listen to the things she left me. I wasn't ready to tear the scab from that wound.
At the goofy age now, getting so much personality, I mentioned earlier that she was all cozy laying on top of a pile of pillows on her blanket. When I asked what she was ready for her nap, she said, "No, I cozy." That sounds like where Charlie's at, too. Time is almost gone. It is so fun. It's annoying at times, but it's fun. Behind his eyes, you sense a struggle, whether to trust you, a complete stranger, with the ending of his story, or clutch it tight and lose it forever. Your extended hand trembles. From exertion or expectation, it doesn't matter. The moment stretches on, endless, destined only to be broken by the burning horizon. Then, he slips something from his pocket and presses it into your palm. Small, light. A ball-shaped USB stick. Oh my god, are we gonna have to try to get into Alex's computer again? Thank you.
I put my faith in you, Mr. Harrow. Please, don't betray it.
The northern sky begins to smolder. Red and yellow bleeding into the horizon, you clutch the USB stick tight against your chest like it's a beating heart of its own. Your mind is a hive of questions. What's on the stick? How will you open it? What if it's protected by a password? But most important of all, what if it resets? A million buzzing thoughts swarm your skull that you nearly forget. Fink is still there, glasses glowing, eyebrows like storm clouds. Both of you are silent, washed in burning light as the horizon swallows itself, each lost in its own thoughts and the world's end. Then he breaks it, with a familiar yet inescapable question. Are you all right, Mr. Harrow?
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
Still with me, Mr. Man. I've heard it a million times and I couldn't remember it. Yes, Doctor. Until the end. Charlie hasn't gotten too crazy with that yet. The explosion, the blaze, the roar, the world ends again with you on your way back to Frank's car. But not empty-handed, hopefully. This time, you carry something, maybe the final piece of the puzzle. Quick, check your pockets. Is it still there? I know it is. You probably know what's on it, right? It's the entirety of Judy's message, isn't it? Yes. Should I play it? Yes. Use the car radio to play the message. I'm sorry. Use the car radio to play the message that is on a USB stick? I guess my car has USB, but not to play things. For real? Okay.
But the worst issue of all in my predicament is that I just can't be sure if anything else is damaged. The Overwatch protection is having a bit of a fit. It intermittently reports malfunctions on various systems, including those I know are working, like life support or the power grid.
Interesting. I didn't know that. I've never tried either. It's never dawned on me.
Stop fucking everything, buddy. That's Judy.
Literally stop breathing so you can focus on the message. Hey, Stevie.
Not the best idea. You won't be able to hear a word once you fall unconscious. Breathe. Breathe.
You're right. Now you shut up as well and let me listen.
Then sometimes it reports the 2 damaged solar panels are operating at peak 98% efficiency, though I see their shattered frames through the viewport. I even thought about permanently shutting down the Overwatch when I got my hopes up, reporting it fixed the long-range comms where it were as dead as ever. I'm not sure if this is a legacy problem with the fault protection system or the mainframe got damaged in the blast.
Imagine if this idiotic machine did what it was supposed to and fixed the long-range comms. Imagine!
I would be talking to Judy right now.
I pondered an exploratory EVA to determine the extent of the damage done to the lander, but the brutal truth is, I can't risk opening the airlock and losing any of the precious little oxygen reserves I have left. I have a cache of oxygen candles, yes, but I need to keep them for unforeseen emergencies.
Did you join in time for the finale? You did. I think we are walking into it as we speak. Yes. So I guess for anybody who's popped in and has missed stuff, this entire playthrough will go up on YouTube as one giant video. It's going to be like 20 some hours probably. I'm going to start doing that with everything. So if you don't want to be spoiled on what the ending of this game is, and you haven't been able to keep up or anything and you want to just wait, I'm going to try to get that stuff all put together. It's going to take several hours probably to render, so that probably won't go up tonight. But it'll maybe be up by tomorrow or so. But yeah, I think this is the final little bit here, so we'll see.
Oh, no, no, no. One close encounter with the Void is one far too many.
My top priority right now is to find a sustainable way to generate oxygen. Water electrolysis, powered by my own urine, comes to mind, but I'll have to think of a way to extract clean and sterile water from it. Huh. This will take power. A lot of power. I'll end here, since I don't want to dip into my fuel reserves more than I will have to.
Okay. Will he say this?
Guiding light, mission log, day 3. Commander Resnick speaking. This will be my last official report.
So before that, he said, whatever it takes to survive, love, whatever. That's what I did.
What? No! Judy, what happened?
Well, that was dramatic. I made a decision to continue recording, but this will become both my personal log and the record of my journey. A space to keep track of my resources, my thoughts, and my plans.
Give a guy a heart attack.
Oh.
Hopefully, when I land back home, I'll tell you my tale in person. So this will become a relic for the history books. Just in case, I'll load every message into the short-range auto transmitter. This was a short message.
We'll have that long talk soon, my love.
Guiding light, day 9, Commander Resnick's log. The sunlight is plentiful, for now, so I've decided to drain some more kilowatts from my power reserves and record. If only engineering crammed more batteries into this lander. I've already made written list upon list, prepared a number of paper blueprints for all of my projects, but just speaking helps me get my thoughts in order. It's strange. Dr. Fink correctly predicted a future when he warned the mission team about an intense desire to hear human speech during our long isolation. But I doubt he ever thought about a situation as dire as mine, so just hearing the din of my own voice in this tin can fills me with a strange sense of warmth. But back to business, Star Command.
The sound of your voice fills me with warmth, Judy. Or I could be arrogant. Why is she mentioning Fink and not me? Let's not be dicks.
I did an inventory of all my available resources. Food and water is aplenty, as the lander was supposed to serve as a temporary base for Rose, Mark, and me during our planetside operation. It's your standard, bland astronaut fare, sure, but it was supposed to feed 3 people, so with proper rationing, maybe a bit of fasting, I won't starve to death. Hopefully.
Don't even think about death. Don't even mention dying.
Oxygen is an entirely different beast. We were never meant to spend so much time in the lander, so I have only 30 kilos of stored oxygen, and that will last me approximately a month. Or I should say 21 more days to go. And My stores of water are not that plentiful either, so I'll definitely have to resort to urine recycling for oxygen regeneration. I've already planned the jury-rigged water electrolysis system and scavenged for parts. Unfortunately, one of the solar batteries had to be sacrificed for the cause and turned into a power source. My last and deepest concern is my fuel reserve. It is currently at 87%, which is my fault, really. Once I was in the lander, I activated the thrusters to get away from the wreckage of guiding light as soon as possible. I might have panicked and burned for too long. Might have. But hopefully this mistake won't come back to bite me in the ass. Preliminary calculations state there should be plenty for all the systems I'm building, maintaining life support, and the burn that will get me back to Earth.
Your fuel calculations match up with this.
That's all I have for now. So much to do. Guiding light, mission log, day 31, Commander Resnick recording. Nothing quite like that first breath of freshly generated oxygen. I am happy to announce that my water electrolysis system is fully operational. I'm so happy. I wanted to give it a grand opening with the ribbon cutting ceremony, but I'm all out of ribbons.
Obviously, this is all very important to the story and the finale and stuff, so I'm not going to be speaking much throughout the rest of this. Maybe an occasional quip here and there, but this is on the game now.
That's our girl. There's nothing you can't achieve. Nothing.
The only downside is that the whole process takes so much time, from urine collection, water recovery, sterilization of equipment, then running the electrolyzer. Though I have a feeling it will get much better once I have more time to improve my protocols. Speaking of, I feel I need to pass water now, and I can't afford to waste a drop, so signing off.
Okay, so that sounded like it took place before the last stuff that we heard. The last stuff that we heard. He caught the signal at 8 p.m. Back when there was no loop. Just when you heard that clock for the very first time. When it was all about the therapy, the incident, the motivation, and status effects. Keep listening to the message.
Guiding light, mission log, day 52. Happy to report I'm still alive, though honestly my steady diet of protein curry, pea stew, and oat and berry paste has seriously made me contemplate taking my own life.
Okay, so that message was the first message that we heard the first time we got the signal. We were able to listen to it, which means that's the first message that he listened to after 8 o'clock. You heard this part already. It wouldn't be easier the second time around. Fast forward to the part where the interference starts. This is going to be the gut-wrenching part.
Mission log, day 188.
Okay.
It's so hard to sleep without the pills pulling you into the void. I just lie strapped in my zero-G hammock and stare at the ceiling, my mind working on overdrive.
So the last sequence then ended with him rushing to the motel to get new batteries because he thought the interference was coming from dead batteries. So this is the first message back after he gets to the motel.
Hurry up! Don't want to lose Judy's signal.
Every night, yes, I made air quotes, Sumi, is a struggle. But I'm getting there. At least I don't have to wade through a jumble of thoughts anymore. I'm tired, but I am awake. Truly awake.
And this explains why, at the beginning of the game, we saw him and we never saw him again.
Now where in the holy fuck have you left that battery, buddy?
And I have a plan now. A way out of this shit. During one of those ceiling staring sessions, I came up with a solution for how to fix my trajectory.
It must be in that backpack.
Nothing here. Hurry.
There, the chest of drawers.
Nope. Where is that spare battery? It's useless. There's no spare battery here, you dimwit. We're just wasting time.
Yes, it's super risky, but let's face it, I'm at such a point that I might as well bet it all on red. If I don't, everything will stay the same forever. I just need to do the math, build a model. It will work. It must. Judy out.
In hell, beat your stupid head with closed fists. Drive safe, Kate.
Alex has radio equipment. You did beat some sense into yourself.
To K Ranch now. Rush back to the pickup. K Ranch. Now he's gonna back into the transformer.
Day 224. Here's a little bit of analysis after the fact. I contemplated a triangle. Trajectory, remaining fuel reserves, required fuel for the burn. No matter how I spun it, no matter how much I twisted it, that triangle always stayed the same.
God damn it. Crank the engine until it turns on.
With it, the conclusion. Insufficient fuel for trajectory-altering burn. Unable to adjust vector of approach for planetfall.
Look at scrawny loser staring at you. Like you've hit his fucking transformer.
Excuse me?
Come on, start, you piece of shit.
Okay, that's when they locked eyes. You're back in that moment when you saw Frank, the reckless driver, for the first time ever. Your mind recoils from even scratching the surface of how all this is possible. Right now, urgency drives you. All of this started at that exact point when Frank drove away to meet his death. You watched him go and said nothing, but now's your chance to change it. Quick, stop him. Let's be dramatic. Stop, you fool. You will doom us all to an eternity in a 47-minute prison. Well, that sounds crazy, but let's do it anyway. It didn't work. Too little, too fucking late. Only one option remains. You have to follow him. Run down the stairs and enter your car.
Outside of that triangle, to push the calculations to my favor, literally.
You have to make him stop somehow. Oh, I bet I push him into the ravine, don't I? Just because Judy's not a part of your life anymore doesn't mean that you're less, that you're a worthless shit.
Who the fuck are you? You don't know shit about me.
I donned my EVA suit and ventured outside of the airlock, oxygen loss be damned. Using my jetpack and additional fuel I made myself with the water electrolysis system, I was able to create just enough pressure to alter my trajectory and make sure the fuel required for the burn will be sufficient.
I know nobody believed you about Judy's message and that made you furious, but you have to stop. This is not the way.
Stop yapping and let me listen to Judy, you fucker.
And when I was about to re-enter the lander, I noticed something that I've yet to make peace with. One of the fuel injector pipes, that radical new Coral Destiny innovation, is damaged, showing signs of previous leaks. The damage might have been caused by the explosion, or the material was never meant for spaceflight. I don't know.
You have to live so Judy can live through you. Stop.
Fuck you, you scrawny loser. She's not dead.
But now, I do know the reason why I was spending so much more fuel during our previous burns. Seeing that was a gut punch. If only I went outside earlier to assess the damage, I could have maybe... No. No use crying over spilled milk or fuel. I've patched up the rupture as much as I could have, just to make sure it doesn't expand and cost me even more fuel. I returned to the lander, performed the burn. The result, that triangle was shattered. My new trajectory is stable, but I don't know how to feel about that. I've sacrificed so many resources to do this. Too much, maybe.
Be careful. The roadblock is raised.
Shut up.
Day 226. Guiding Light mission. Judith Resnick speaking. I've decided to do this now, while I'm still mindful, composed, while life support still has enough resources to operate. Though I can't change them now, I've started questioning my own decisions. But I keep telling myself that whatever I did or didn't do, an end would come. This way, I got to choose that end. It will come on my own terms.
No. Fucking roadblock. Fucking Coral Destiny. I have to get to Alex before the battery runs out.
Oh, wow. He went for a ride. I can't do this. I can't live through that pain again. You have to. There's no other choice. This is the only way out of the loop. Summon that real courage within yourself. Know that the pain is almost certain, yet that you are willing to risk it to fulfill your goals. No time to lose. I'm alive? I'm alive. Pull your face and hand from the airbag.
Star Command.
That thing had
You will receive
airbags?
all of my messages through the short-range auto transmitter. I have some personal requests. Please make sure that the following people hear my words.
Yes, but there are several spots of searing pain all over your body. Touch your nose. Your hand recoils from the painful flesh, but not before it touches mangled skin, shattered bone, and crusted blood. Why is my neck so stiff? Because it prevented your head from popping right off when it slammed into the bubbly airbag at near light speed. Be grateful it didn't snap. It's just pain. You've endured worse, much worse.
For my friends, Jake, Kirka, Riley, Jean, I'll be brief like I usually am. I love you, you bastards. You better get to Mars and drink to my health, or else.
What's with Frank? Is he even still alive? Oh, I'm standing. Frank, please get up. He feels like a paradox in your arms, a dangling rag doll that weighs more than a skyscraper. Despite your efforts, he's not coming back to his senses.
To my parents, Mom, Dad, countless times I've imagined your smiles when Guiding Light was launched. How proud you'd be.
Frank suddenly cries out in pain, his whole body shuddering. He's alive, but still not conscious. Wake up, Frank. You have to hear this. It's Judy. You don't have time to be unconscious. How are we hearing this, by the way? Like a thunderbolt, Frank opens his eyes and glares right into yours.
You. Countless times I've tormented myself with your faces when you learned that the ship was lost with all crew. Now, at least you get a better epilogue than that.
It's Judy, Frank. Listen, bring the receiver closer. Oh, I guess maybe we're listening to it on his little shortwave thing. He looks at a specific point in the empty air.
Judy, you're here.
I can't imagine your pain, your sorrow. I know this is not what you imagined for me, but this is what I can do, what I want. Out of the worst, I've extracted the very possible best, just like you taught me. I love you, Mom. I love you, Dad. Frank, my love. I'm sorry. I'll have to break that promise I made. I won't be coming home. You have to know, I fought with every atom of my being. I tried.
What are you saying? I'll save you.
It's all right, Frank. All right.
But sometimes we have to learn to admit defeat, to accept it. Please understand that I chose this. I want to have a resting place on Mars, a grave.
You can't die, Judy. You must not.
I refuse to be another piece of space junk on an endless Earth-Mars orbit. I've broken that loop.
Broken the loop.
I want you to be happy. Need you to be happy. Do not allow yourself to return to the pit. I know it will hurt, but I must become another scar for you to bear. I love you. Now and forever.
I love you too, Judy. Now. Forever.
Whispers of destiny. He coughs, his whole body heaving with the effort. Once the fit subsides, a trickle of dark red blood oozes from Frank's mouth. With a trembling hand, he reaches for the receiver and switches it to off.
What now, buddy?
Now you will allow us all to continue with our lives, such as they are, and Judy to resume her voyage and find her Martian grave.
I understand. Would you stay with me? I don't want to die alone.
Offer him your hand. Don't worry, both Judy and me are here. Reluctantly, he takes it. His firm grip, flesh already going cold, tells you how afraid and grateful he is for this.
Still with me, Mr. Harrell? For a moment you seemed elsewhere.
The doctor takes off his glasses, freeing his bushy eyebrows. Yes, you have my full attention.
Well,
he smiles.
We are done with our second session. I'll see you tomorrow again. Get some rest, please. Your physical condition demands it.
Thanks for the lurk, Curse.
Good night, Mr. Harrell.
See you tomorrow, Dr. Fink. The Timekeeper. There it is. Where others wasted it with flair, you kept time on a leash. A gold trophy. It's exciting. There it is! Credits! Real credits this time, not fake credits like last time. Good game. Very cool game. Like I said, a little bloated at some points, but interesting. Like the grief of Frank was the vibe. I guess the takeaway that I had was that the grief of Frank was so significant and so pronounced that it affected. Maybe I'm taking it wrong, but it affected Eugene's life. It must be, I guess, because maybe it was like the last human contact that Frank had. Just the quick, you know, locking of eyes as he ran into the Transformer. But yeah, it was interesting. It was a good story. It was just well executed, I think, yeah. I don't know if I have too much else to really say about it. It's I didn't really fully know what to expect going into it. Besides like the minor issues I had with some of the pacing, the bloating, and then just wishing that I could speed things up a little bit. Other than that, I mean, I think everything was like really well done. It's the cohesiveness of everything, as even things that were introduced and introduced in such like a passive, forgetful way that ended up being significant in ways that I didn't see coming. Maybe I'm not good at like figuring out where things are leading necessarily. I like that about me. I don't like to criticize things as I go. I don't like to be the person who's constantly guessing that, oh well, this is going to lead to this and this is the. I like being surprised by things, and maybe that's just the way I approach media, where I don't try to make myself think several steps ahead unless it's like painfully obvious. But I think because I approached it that way, it just made every revelation feel that much more significant. It was interesting. I'm trying to think. So Walter, feels like there's an entire sequence of Walter stuff that we didn't see. I don't know that there's anything else I could have done, or maybe that story just kind of wrapped itself up that he was just at the mine. I don't know. Maybe that one just landed a bit flat for me. Oh my god! I thought that said Billy Bob Thornton, Billy Bob Thompson. Played quite a few roles, but yeah. I guess that I don't know. Maybe that's a little bit to its detriment if I had to pick something else to criticize it for, which again I'm not really on a quest to do. But maybe there were so many things going on that at times it just feels like maybe I would forget the basis of one story as we went, but I don't know. I enjoyed this very much though. I had a great time with it.